ladies and gentlemen, for coming up. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate your time. The time is just it's 11:15 right now, and it's in the morning in Liberia. I want to say thank you very much. We all heard everything that was going on in Liberia today. There was a protest yesterday today in Liberia, which was yesterday now, because it's after 12 in Liberia, and we go into 12 o'clock here now. So we heard all the news. We've been watching Facebook, and we've been listening to all the comments. But I got a few things to say. I'm not going to stay too long today. Share this video. Let everybody see it, because we have reached to the place where we might make that decision. Oh, my network. We have reached to the place where we got to make the decision now for people to understand that where we stand. But I want to take this time to congratulate the COP, the Liberian people, and the pressure group that is headed by Heron Costa. I want to congratulate them for keeping the peace. I want to say thank you very much. You were courageous. You stood the test of time. And no matter what happened, you won. The government lost. The government showed once more that they are immature, they are afraid, they are cowards. The leader have just shown the world that he displays his attitude that he is a coward. No leader will ever do such a thing in a situation like this, where if you cannot protect your people, even if they went on the Capitol grounds and carry food or whatsoever to cook. We that live in America, we saw it in New York. People did it in New York. The protesters were in New York. They carried tents, they carried food, they did everything there. They never went and put tear gas on them. So when we are out of Liberia, we should understand. So when I see people in America making such a statement, oh, why they got to carry coal pots and whatsoever on executive ground to cook? It was not executive ground. Wherever the president sleeps, work, that is the executive ground. That mansion been sitting over there for so long. We've been spending money in that mansion. That mansion is not an executive ground. The president don't go to work there. Don't go to work. But Liberian people, I want to say this today. 20% of the Liberians are very good people. They can stand up. They can say whatever they want to say. 20% are cowards. They support they support agendas, but they don't show up. They got the other rest who can move, depends on what you give them. That is what happened in Liberia. When you look at the COP, some people say, well, the COP, Heron Costa started it. Heron Costa, the one that brought the message. Somebody got to start something. Okay, some people don't like Heron Costa. That's good. But everybody, 90% of the Liberians believe that George Weah is doing a bad job. 90%, I can tell you that. Within, I'm including sedition. 10% of seditions, they can die and say, George, we are doing nothing wrong. 10%. They're not many. How many people rather voted in Liberia? Look at the voting, then you will understand the membership. Every sedition register. They got some sedition. Maybe if sedition register will be my few. But people backstabbing each other. That is why I always say they got three groups of people. They got people that make things happen, people who wish to see things happening. They get people who sit and just look if it will take place. That's it. Some people, everybody say, oh, the government is bad, the government is bad, the government is corrupt, the government doing this, the government doing a lot of stuff. They're saying it, but they are afraid to come out because they're not prepared for anything. Liberians can bear the patient. Okay, we'll just wait. After this time, then we will we would come back. But I want to say this today, and I said it on my show. I said, even if they spend 2, 3, 4, 5 days, Joshua ain't give a damn. He don't give a damn. All he knows that you will get tired and leave. That could not be in other country today. If that was another country, only Liberia cannot stand the heat. Only in Liberia we don't stand the heat. We're quick to run away. If that place, it was some Arab country or some other place, look at Cameroon. The government is maltreating, killing their own people, and the people still standing up to Paul Biya in the south, where they got the Muslim and other places. And they're standing up to them, they're killing them, executing them, their own people. But Liberians, they send the first tear gas, everybody left. Look at Hong Kong. People putting themselves on fire. But I will say this, we can go to Liberia. You don't have to be on the front to speak out. You don't have to be there to say, okay, I'm in Liberia, so I have to protest. No. Anybody who think that way, you are very stupid. Because everything happening in Liberia, it comes from the same country. Everything. That is the beauty of the new technology. If Bacot Matthews, may his soul rest in peace, and all the other guys, if there was a social media at the time, maybe Liberia was coming to be okay. But you know what I would not give up on Liberia for? Things changing in Liberia. People standing up and speaking out. We got more people speaking out now than before. So that is the good thing. We got more people now in Liberia who's standing up to say what is right, how they feel. Gradually, we will get into it, and there will be a beautiful day for Liberia. But I want to say this, George Weah, the president of Liberia, he will never change. He will never make the changes. He can't see. He's blind right now. He's in a bubble. He's a coward. He's a dictator. I'm saying it. This is what George Weah gave the people of Liberia. When he said hope for change, it's like a faith. It's like you defining the word faith. You defining the word faith, and faith is something that you cannot see, but you believe in it. It's different than change. You work for change. Faith, even the faith, they say, faith without action is a dead faith. If you believe that I will apply for this job and I'm going there for interview and I believe that they will give it to me, you must go for the interview and must answer the question. So George Weah said, hope for change. This is the hope for change. This is the hope for change. Abuse of power, disrespect his citizens, the people who voted for him. He's dishonest, lack integrity, lack empathy. He don't feel the pain. He don't feel the pain of the people. You listen to this was my first time to see sedition talking. Yes, I'm protesting because we voted for this man. Nobody said they voted. We voted for George Weah. Corruption is at the highest. Injustice, raping and killing is on the rise. What is the future of our youth? The future. Is there any future for our children in our country anymore? What we're doing today is not for us. No, it's not for us. Some of us are not looking to go into politics. We're not wishing to work for government anymore. We're not. We are not wishing to work for government anymore. We want to go home, do our little thing, enjoy your retirement money, live in your house, go on the beach, or go on your little small farm, and you just and give back to your community in different ways. Do you think that we want to get into politics? But I want to take this time again and tell Liberian people, thank you. You kept the peace and you continue to keep the peace. The government is not keeping the peace. The government, this government led by George Weah, is not keeping the peace. The protester, the opposition, whosoever keeping the peace, because, and that's what we're looking for. Look, even if they would dirty the place and do whatsoever, you just show the whole world that a dictator is in the making. He's a pretender. He's a dictator. He gave his order. You'll get them from there. But I said it over and over. Liberians, we are cowards. That is why freedom will not reign in Liberia easily. Because we have never paid the price for freedom. We have never paid the price for freedom. When other people, because we are jealous of each other, nobody need to be, you don't have to be a member of the COP. But everybody is complaining about this government. You go to this other group, there was another group on TV and on internet, and they get a statement that Joshua is this. But the fact is that because I am in the front, whether we like it or don't like it, Henry Costa, unless they kill him tonight, or they can kill him tomorrow. But Henry Costa got a seat at the table. Let me be frank with you. Joshua have promoted Henry Costa. And some people, yes, he kept the peace. He listened to people. This young man took the risks and went to Liberia. You can say whatsoever, whether he's a crook or everybody got the problems. I admire him. I don't fall in love with people. I'm not behind Henry Costa that Henry Costa is going to run for president tomorrow, so that's why I'm behind. No. I'm not behind Henry Costa. I'm just a supporter of Henry Costa. I'm a supporter of Henry Costa. I'm not behind him. And this whole thing is not about Henry Costa. But other people think it's about Henry Costa because you know why people think that way? Because Henry Costa had built up his platform and he paid the price. He started all this nonsense, some of us on Facebook and whatsoever. Who was the Liberian, the first Liberian that went on social media to criticize Ellen Johnson? It was Henry Costa. But some of us never knew the story. We said, oh, maybe the boy can just blackmail it, or he get the information, bring it. They gave him money, he pushes out. You understand? A young man, not fighting to be president. He was friend of this president. But because if this man was a crook, don't you think this was the best time to be with George Weah? If Henry Costa was a crook, George Weah giving all kinds of people job. When I hear people talking about Henry Costa want to be press secretary, want to be there, and George Weah said no, I laugh at them. I laugh at them. They make no sense to me. It make no sense. They got people, Eugene Fagon, who just crossed George Weah when he was supporting this man, and he supported George Weah in the election, and George Weah gave him job. So you think you can't give Henry Costa a job? You want to compare Eugene Fagon with Henry Costa? Costa who got more information on this government than anybody. Why do you think George Weah would not want to keep Henry Costa? But Henry Costa was not in the business to lie for them. He was in the business to promote the good work, not to lie or promote the bad work. I said it yesterday. I said a friend called me from Liberia who work in this government, work. He said, Muna, I've been watching your show. I said, man, I'm not a Henry Costa, man. I just a little picking. He said, Muna, you don't know that's all. I saw your stuff, and we're sitting somewhere, and there were a lot of guys there, and somebody said, oh, that Mike bro. Some people was arguing. He said, but I know the man. He said, Muna, you need to come over. You were part of us before. I said, I agree. I said, you're my friend. I respect you. I've not heard your name anywhere, but I cannot do it. I will not compromise to go and change and support the same wickedness. And I'd say it every day. If President Weah changed his ways of governing, if he changed it, I, Munel Kishen, the general, will come on social media and promote George Weah to the best of my ability. I don't need George Weah. Joshua, I don't owe him. He owes me. So I will promote him. I will support him and do whatsoever. Not to even promote him, but to support him. One way or the other, every Liberian got to follow us. The least man down there got a follower. He got a friend. And that friend got a friend. Our friend got a friend. So you got to respect everybody. These people voted for Joshua. The people who are protesting, who are criticizing Joshua, they're not no different people. They are Liberians. You think President Weah will change? You think so? I'm really waiting for that day. As far as we are concerned, you people doing not, Liberians will not move. And let me tell you, Joshua are going to go for another 12 years if you don't take one. After 2020, I will tell you, Joshua can lose this 2020 election. He can lose it. All his senators can lose it. But come 2023, if you Liberians don't stand up to Joshua, Joshua will win this election. You know how he will win it? He will steal it and you won't do a damn thing. Because you will stay home and not to even protest. And the day some of you guys will come and say protest, that's the day you will hear us. And I want to be clear today. I want to say it today publicly. I am suspending my support for any candidate I ever supported. From the Alexander Cummings, the Joseph Boaka, the Bernard Ure, and whosoever. I, Munel Kishen, I'm not a member of any political party. But I suspend my support. I'm not giving them money. Let it go clear. I no more a supporter of Alexander Cummings until he can make that difference. And if he don't make that difference, trust me, I will be out there campaigning to my life. I can tell anybody that. The people of Liberia not looking no more for what you can do because you tested it already. You showed them your platform is out there. The people of Liberia looking for someone to speak for them. If the opposition, if you want to be an opposition, you think you will shut your mouth and don't talk? Oh, that means you want to do the same thing that when you president tomorrow, nobody should argue with you. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You got a very good platform. Your hands is not in no corruption in government. You work for your money. That is how the people saw Joshua. But the difference is that the people love Joshua for no reason. They love Joshua for no reason. They gave Joshua a job because of this. Because of what he did, that's all. Because he make them feel good when he scored. He played in the international scene. They saw Joshua scoring goal when the war was on. That is why they fell in love with Joshua. That's all. Joshua never worked in government. Joshua never did anything. But the people fell in love with Joshua because of what he did in soccer. Because of what he did. That is why they fell in love with Joshua. But Alexander Cummings, nobody know you. That is why we try our best for people to understand, to know who is Alexander Cummings. You got a very good platform. You live your life. You work hard. You went to one of the highest office of black man ever to hold a vice president for a Fortune 500 companies and Coca-Cola. You don't even need to work. You have earned a lot for your people. But you Liberian people don't want to hear about what you can do. You already told them. The people in Liberia know what you can do. But I will say today, when we call Liberia and we say things, Mr. Cummings is very, very, very slow. He's not speaking for us. He's not speaking for us. ANC membership in Liberia cannot give ANC victory. Will never give him because it's not enough. You got to cross the aisle. Criticizing Joshua, you're not cursing him. You're not overthrowing him. But can't you see what Joshua doing in Liberia? Corruption at the highest. No law and order. Abusing his office. Misusing it for his own selfishness. You can't talk about it. how the people suffering. Yes, you can withdraw your party from a protest. But let the people have the free will. When you were born, when God brought them in this world, they never came here to say God, and when you're going on the earth, you'll be a member of ANC. No, it is their right. Okay, Ome Bwaka spoke. But when you're telling people that it's unconstitutional, yes, we know people have problem with the step down. We agree. We accept it. But don't you know there's a bad governance in Liberia? That's why Liberia is going this way. We got a president who got everything to his need. Everything. The legislatures allow you to appoint an ambassador and commission the ambassador, and they never open their mouth. The Senate, the legislature, and House allowed you, after a $16 billion disappeared, they never investigated you or investigate any of your employees. $25 million was never approved. No president authorized $25 million into the economy like that. It's too much, according to our law. They never approve it, but they never say nothing. You say you want to print money, you call for them, they're ready, they give you the green light, say, Mr. President, print the money. Then why the hard time in Liberia? When you got all this opportunity, every president want to work with the Senate, they're in your palm. They can't impeach you because the Senate, the speaker, he's from your party. All the other guys, they are fools, they are beggars. They sold their soul to you like language law from my own friend, I'm calling the name. They dare to serve the people, but instead the people serve them. They dare to make their own money. They complain on a salary because people go to the houses and beg them for peanuts. They disgrace their own people. You hear Liberians talking about Joshua is bad. Joshua is this. Oh, Joshua is not good. But they will not protest. They will not stand up. The people know they know the Liberian people. They are weak. 20% of the Liberians are good that will stand up, but they will never make it because you know what? They are in minority. Poor Henry Costa. I sat down today, I was thinking, I said, they might embarrass Henry Costa at the airport if we don't be careful. Right now, said they're looking for Henry Costa to do whatever they want to do to him. But thank God the international community is watching. And that the last mistake you will ever make, that the mistake you would make, that would bring you down. Today, what happened? We saw the video. They searched Yeke car, there was water in it. You took the car from there to the police station, then you found a gun. And I'm surprised about Trocon Robert, the SS director. I don't call another name, the SS, Secret Service at the time, he used to call it SSS. Telling us, when you listen to Trocon Robert, oh, Jesus Christ, help me, Trocon Robert, I'm disappointed in you. You need not to speak. The SS director can arrest any car if there's a threat you think to the president. You got to tell me you won't call witnesses to look before. Trocon, I know you too good. We all used to be in that building. We all used to be in that building. By then, you were just an agent. You were just an agent. Trocon. From your explanation, any good security man or lawyer look at you and listen to you, you were lying. Oh, when they called me, I told them, we carry the car, and I told them, say, oh, wait, don't search it yet until we bring witnesses. You planted the arms there. We saw sedition. And let me say this. Even if Yeke get pistol in his car, do you know how Liberia look like? Do you know how many ordinary citizens got a pistol or something to protect themselves? Do you know? He's a government official, for God's sake. Joshua, who at the time was just an ordinary man, had gone to his house. President Weah had guns to his house. Not to say they say. They're showing the bodyguard to Henry Costa. He get gun. Yes, if he get gun on him, so what? He there to protect his VIP. He there to protect his VIP. You don't know who is he? Who is he? We got law and order in Liberia, but they to protect themselves. So even if he get gun on him, but we saw Sabu unit, the new terrorist group that organized, and CDC organized a terrorist group called Sabu unit were marching over there with cutlasses. They arrested them. The protesters beat them. No, they turned it over to the police. The police ever took action? And what gave you the right to seize or represent the car? Whether he's in a protest, that his right to protest. He's an elected officer. You're who in America, you are stupid. You see protests in America here with representatives all standing there against the government. When the Tea Party were moving around against Barack, other representatives were standing there. That is nonsense. This government have disgraced themselves. George Weah is a coward. But look, Liberian people, you can remain. You need not to protest. You need not to protest. You can just give that away. But come 2023, you will stay on a George Weah until you will die. I can tell you that. If you don't stand up, forget about the election. George Weah and the opposition, you don't worry about yourself. You won't do a damn thing to George Weah. You're not even fighting for each other. George Weah attacked the stand-up bearer of Unity Party. No other people came up to stand up to him. You think what happened those time and what can happen right now? You think so? I'm saying it today. I have decided to withdraw my support. I'm not giving money. I'm not a member of any political party. But I am not going to support any of these candidates. They can be the CCP. I don't give a F about it. There will be a lot of surprises in the 2023 elections. There will be a lot of surprises. You will go down and Joshua will turn that result around and you will not do nothing. And if you try to talk that time, some of us will come out. And if you don't change, if you don't come out, Alexander Cummings, if you don't come out to stand like a man to call this president, Joseph Boakai, if you can't come out and stand up like a man, Bernard Ure, if you want to be in politics, be in politics. You're afraid that Joshua will damage your business because he's the government. That's what happened. When you want to be in politics, you don't get into business. Ask Oscar Queer. And now Oscar Queer. Oscar Queer. He was the Secretary General of UPP. He brought some business in our country, almost $30,000. Those step on it. Until he had to join NDPL that day. So money he went and made that announcement. Back on Matthew knew. How I got the story from the same back on Matthew knew that the man was going to join. He said, my man, that's it. The government get my thing. They can't release it. Then you don't know what Ellen did to him with the chicks, with his ex business. They know. He knows what Ellen did to him. Now why is he quiet? And you know what surprised me? Joshua was supposed to sit down and think. They say in Ure family that he's cussed, all kind of things. I heard Taylor Ure saying that I was not going to support no protest that said Joshua stepped down. You see how that girl got a clean heart for you? President Weah? You're the only person that people hated. You're the only person that people hate. Everybody hates you. You think we hate the name Joshua? We hate your leadership. I say it every day. You are the most successful Liberian ever. You play football. The only thing that you did in life and the people say will make you president. You play football. You became the number one in the world. Because you make us feel good. You got into politics. Not yourself. The people put you into politics. Other political leaders, other politicians, other smart people, people that went to school that know the inside and outside of politics. They couldn't even win representative position. You became president of Liberia, the highest office in the land. What else are you looking for? But we got to call you out because you're a bad leader. 2 years gone, you got 4 more years. So you're trying to say that we should wait for another 4 years to show off. Trust me, if you lay the foundation for in 2 years, you can't get it in 4 years. Because there's nothing in place. The only thing you'll get right now is what the IMF. And what the IMF is saying. Come 2023 or 24, 25. That's what the IMF is telling you. That you will be able to pick up. Come together in 2025. By that time, the second election will be over. Because you're enjoying the power. When a countryman an educated man, or man who don't know his left from his right, gets into power is bad. When poor man, because Joshua, you're poor. Forget about you making money in soccer. Forget about that one. If you love the people of Liberia, President Weah, you are going to declare your asset. If you have love for the people of Liberia, you are going to declare your asset to them and tell them, say, listen, this is what I'm coming with. But how can you become president and then you accumulate all this wealth? Until we can't even talk about some of the goodness that you did when you took one, because it's small. We can't be talking about WAEC fee. That's an old story. We can talk about Doe community. It's an old story. We can talk about the 14 hospital. It's an old story. We can talk about the market that you built. It's an old story. We can be talking about it. But we still get news for you every day. Your leadership style is bad. Because none of the idiots that are working with you will ever come up like Samuel 2 and say, Mr. President, if I am the problem that the people of Liberia saying that they don't want me, Mr. President, I resign. I will resign. That's what it means. Let him take that stand and say, Mr. President, I will resign. But you think Twe will do it? Because Twe don't like you. You are surrounded by a bunch of idiots and enemies. They are your enemy. You think they're good? Mr. President, look, I want you to go back and look at all your videos. Look at the crowd that when you come out, they follow you. When the last time you went on Broad Street? You used to go there before. When the last time you drove on Broad Street and the whole place was upside down? Now you got to pay people now to come out. Molba Modu said, CDC coming to march. They are the only people who ever, for the last 12 years, they protest with no permit. Who tell you that you need permit to protest when it comes to national issues? You only need security. That's why you pay taxes. But in Africa, there's security for the president. That is why when new president take over, they fire every one of you and bring new people. They fire because you don't have no integrity. Look at Trocon lying on Facebook. Trocon Robert lying. Can't even explain. He explained for one little ball. He explained like somebody who never entered classroom. Then I told her, I said, I won't witness. That's my own friend, but I'm disappointed. What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove? You had a job with the UN, trust me. If anything goes wrong, you can't go back to the UN. Because you guys, it will be on your head. You forgot already. You forgot you were in there. You survived it from Doe all the way. Then you want to, you forced to talk, you forced to speak. Do you know SS men can arrest a car, can arrest any car if they know that something in there? Eh? Oh, I call the other person, I call this other one. But who told you can just arrest or representative? And no respect. No respect. A representative can tell a president anything. The president can do nothing to the representative. Yes. Or representative look at Barack and say, you are a liar in his chamber. People just talking, I was said. He's an elected person. He's an elected official. The only people, look, if you're a civil servant, you get first and fire you. If you do something wrong, you go jump into politics and whatsoever. But no, you just disrespect this young man. Yeke, because Yeke don't support you guys. You're attacking so many times. You want to kill him. President Weah, the blood is on your hands. The thing you're doing, you're putting your family and children into a battle because they will live for it for the rest of their life. Some of us, you don't need to see us. You don't need to see us. You don't need to see us. And I say every day, you will not let the Arab come from out of me, please. Because somebody say, oh, you know you got your family. Yes, I got my family in Liberia. They are Liberians and they will stay in Liberia if they want to stay there. And you won't do a damn thing to them if you go after my family. So help me God. You go after my family, I will go after your family anyway. Yes. Tooth for tooth. Tooth for tooth. This is too much. You got sedition all over the place with knives, with guns. Then you're talking about Yeke get gun. You're doing the same thing every day. Got guns all over the place. Sabu unit. How can you get a military police SS1 and organize a new one? Because you know what? Jefferson Koji lived with Chucky. He was one of the boys then who used to wash the car. When Chancellor came Monrovia, Chucky was, and Jefferson was between 18 to 19 years old. So he saw what his boss did, so he decided to organize a group. When you look at Jefferson, Jefferson behaved like a rebel. He never fought the war. He never fought the war. But he learned it from Chucky just by living Chucky. Nobody can challenge me on that one. He lived with Chucky. He was one of the kids in the yard. I used to live Congo Town. He lived with Chucky. He never joined the unit or whatsoever, but they were always in one little, I think it was a Honda or whatsoever. He and some other boys then. See how Jefferson behaved as if he fought a war. So he saw it from his boss. His boss had a unit for his president, for his father. So he too now, he put his boys together. And they are all rebels, former rebels. Some of them did not fought the war, but some of them live with people, with other rebels guys. Then we read it. We say all kinds of things. Number one divider, the divider in chief. You go on Freedom FM. Freedom FM say Henry Costa is the criminal in chief. I look at this boy, I laugh. I say, don't you know the meaning of CIC? How will you call Costa? He gave him the CIC initial. CIC is George Weah, and is criminal in chief too. Instead of commander in chief, he's the criminal in chief. You're going after business, but then you say protest stopping business. Who tells you protest can stop business? The people had a smooth protest. What are they cook there? They eat. You can't even stand or talk to your people. You get police and brutalizing people. Brutalizing people. But that's why I say Liberia. Thank God it's Liberia. Other country, even if we got everybody think like Henry Costa, everybody, jail everybody. You arrested 5 persons. Why will you arrest a protester now? So why you arrest them for? Arrest them for what? They were not, nobody was chunking you. You started it. Why you tell them to take the coal part from there? After everything, you will clean it. They will clean it. That's where the police were assembled at the Capitol building. That when they did, they assembled there. They try not to walk in the street. They ain't stop nobody. Then Eugene Nambwe of all persons coming on BBC, lying to BBC. Oh, they were blocking the traffic, and so the police have to clear the place. The president gave order to do it. But Eugene Nambwe, every one of you, certain things you did before, you stay around. But guess what? People will go after you. Maybe this one will not miss you. They will arrest some of you this time around. The whole world is watching. The whole world is watching you guys. I gave my heart to Liberian people, and I will stand with the Liberian people. Whether they are cowards or not, I will stand with them. The only thing what people don't understand, and everybody get a sign. I saw a girl who said, start using the ASS on the other people who protest. But you know, I don't blame her because she don't understand. She don't understand. She's in Liberia, so I got it. She don't understand. If I go and protest, it's none of your business. I see something that you don't see. And the people who protesting are seditions. They were all mixed up. Then I see political parties coming out and telling the members not to go out there. And guess what? The government stopped it. Let me tell you the real truth. Because the crowd was coming. Some people were coming later on now because they, but we're afraid. Some people were afraid to go there this morning. So when people they notice that, the crowd will be, what you want to stop people from sleeping outside? Why would you want to stop them from sleeping outside? Whether they carry mattresses or whatsoever. Yes, that's their right. But it's not over yet. It's not over. The people themselves will get in the street. I can see it. Because this government will not do nothing. Nobody want to do business with us. We damage ourselves already. Nobody going to do business with us because we damage ourselves already. This is the Lrtn I'm broadcasting on. My show and my statement got nothing to do with this network. This network is a community network. If you want to occupy our space on that, you want to have a time, we can allow you to have that. It's a neutral thing. But I'm a political commentator. I am not a member of any political party. I speak for what I see. I speak against the ills. Your responsibility is to do good. I'm not here to tell the people what you did. If you did enough, I will tell the people. But you stay, the only good thing that in your corner, I can't continue to talk about it when I said it already. And I see some of the guys then, they're so embarrassed. They're posting the picture of the guy hand. I don't care what a Henry Costa bodyguard got gun. I don't care. George Mane Weah, before he became senator, he had gun in his house. Let somebody come and tell me a lie. George Weah had gun in his house. Then when he was senator, he had gun. All his security had guns. Unity Party, the CDC party had guns when they were opposition. The same thing we said. Look, I'm so proud of what I did. My tip, my video. I said one of the biggest problems that we will face is this freedom of speech and the press freedom. Nobody will say anything. Nobody. George Weah pretends. He will act like he don't know. He have done it to a lot of people in his own life. He pretend. He look at you. He don't want to speak. He turn your face and look somewhere else as if he didn't see you. He send people and say, "Yo, stop that person," and act like he don't know. He's a pretender. He's a dictator. Y'all will do the dirty work. I hear Molba Molu, who his future is done. His political future is dead. Because it can take so long. George Weah will go after you. You betrayed him. You a traitor. Now, what make you to be a traitor? Because you stay there. You want to change and tell us that you're so nice. No, you told us the right thing, Molu. You were not drunk. And even if you are drunk, that is what you said. That was the real truth that came from out of your damn mouth. That's the truth. You are the chairman of that party. You know within yourself that George Weah is bad, wicked. You know that. We heard it from you loud and clear. But Liberian people, if y'all don't stand up, it's up to y'all. Y'all can stay home because that Henry area got different groups. And most of the people that they are all sell out. They betray you for no reason. For little money that will not even stay in your hand, that you not do nothing. Look at Rufus Newell. From representative, he lost again. After he won, they took him out. Ellen gave him job. He broke again. He broke. Then, he started giving information. All these guys then. But I believe, and I say the protest was never a failure. It was never a failure. They stay fighting to go after Henry Costa. But you know, I told Costa, I text him. I say the people are right around you. You got to open your eyes. Wilmer Pay went and gave his own announcement for his party, but he went overboard to tell your citizens. Then I see members from ANC got problem with Costa because Costa criticized Cummings. Look, anybody right now into politics would need Henry Costa in their corner. Let me tell you the real truth. Let me tell you the real truth. He's not a Messiah. He's not God. But it's like the men are down, fear no fall. He's not trying to take your position. He's not trying to, and even if you want to take it, that is right. George Weah took it, anybody can take it. But your ANC people attacking Henry Costa, doing this, let me tell you something. You're going to you're on the wrong path. But I'm very disappointed in Alexander Cummings. I am very, very disappointed. I want you to hear who the members, who the closer people. I don't care whether you can be so nice. I know that the platform is good. The people of Liberia know. They heard it. They voted against it. And they say, hey, the papi just coming. You think they will vote this time with this crisis that going on and you're not talking? And you're not talking? You're not standing up for the people? With the thing that happened today, by this time I'm supposed to hear that this is the one that pissed me up. Nothing pissed me about today. This today I'm supposed to hear Alexander Cummings on radio, not even to send a statement out. Not to send no statement out to tell me that. I'm sorry, my battery going low. Let me just plug it before the time. This is the time I expect the political leaders to come up and condemn the government for stopping a peaceful protest, for hurting, damaging Liberians, pushing them. This is the time they're supposed to come out. And none of them say nothing. None of them. Who know who they killed tonight? I saw them handcuffed people walking around. Who knows who they killed tonight? The guys are a bunch of killers. Some of them former rebels. They are a bunch of killers. Nobody knows who they're going to kill tonight. They're definitely going to kill somebody tonight. They're all over the place. Some children will still going home. Some children still walking around. They find a way. They're going to do what they want to do tonight. I will tell you again. And I know something. But I know Sabu unit is in the street. They will see people walking and they will jump on there and they will put fire. Look what they're drinking. Then nobody talking about it. Nobody talking about Yeke get gun. If Yeke got gun in your car, the president was in Yeke car, the president was in our vicinity, talking about the executive mansion. Who's in that mansion? It's not an executive mansion, it's just a building. Wherever the president works is what we call the executive mansion. Yes. It's just the president of America. Any plane that he gets on, they call it Air Force One. Yes. Any plane, for some reason, once they get it, they change the straight to say Air Force One or Marine One. Yeah. But why? It's surprising to y'all? No. It shouldn't be. I asked the question, can Liberians take bullet for other Liberians? No. But would I feel discouraged? I know that things are changing. People will gradually understand what we are doing is right. What we are doing is helping in Liberia today. We must sit there and say, oh, no, your Liberian people, you won't bring war. Nobody bringing war to Liberia. Nobody bringing war to Liberia. Nobody. Protests don't bring war. I hear some people talking about what the thing is. Hold on, guys. Say in 1979 that the same thing, the protest after the protest started, that what bring all the trouble. Who told you protests bring trouble? The same thing 1979. What brought the trouble? Because Vanny Dempster was the one that did the first shooting. Now what happened today? That thing could have gone worse. If their children wanted to attack the police, it could have been a different thing in Liberia. But people are mature, and I want to applaud them for that. Take this time and say, I thank y'all, the protester. Whether you throw stone or whatsoever, you did the best thing to let it go. To let it go. The government is afraid. I look at the police. I say, why if we decide today that we will protest in 4 communities, we will gather across the bridge, gather Capitol Hill, red light, and the whole country shut down. You get police to go to all the places. You got police. You will bring the military out too. You will bring the military. But I don't want to see people doing things that are not even right. Liberia is all we got, but we want a president that will work for all, not just to work for few. Not to work for few. We said the president should fight corruption. CDC said the same thing. His own party. Not on the tip. Stop flying private jet in a statement. Everything that we're saying, they said it. Anyway, I'm going to take a few second break and I will be back and we will discuss, and I'll go through some of the points here, and I'm not going to stay too long. I would love to bring people up, but maybe I will be able to. Will take 15 minutes to, but I'm so pissed off, and I'm saying it again. I will draw my support from Cummings or whosoever from the CPP. They can do whatever. They're not ready yet for prime time. They can't even stand together. They can't even argue with Joshua. That is why everybody taking the responsibility to speak out. But if the opposition was very strong enough, all these things we're doing, Henry Costa doing, he will not be in it. But because nobody want to stand up to this government, nobody want to stand up to this president. So let us take a short break, and I will be back. And let me just leave a nice song we call Photo. Are you in the photo?
tunesbybeard.com.
Photographer, hey my man, you can't take our photo. Where let me come on, president? Colorful,
Yeah.
Taku,
Okay.
What again? Auntie, sugar, hey man, I want picture of
I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. Pose. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. Pose. The people that were laughing at the photo, now the people that I see shining in the photo. Pose. I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, now the people that I see shining in the photo. Papi, what happened to the photo?
What happened?
How you really tell it all on photo?
How you dig it?
Now I can see myself in the photo. I was standing right down there in the photo, but now I can't even see my shadow in the photo. Where deep, blah in the photo. So shaga demon I see in the photo. They say your camera was dog. They say your picture was not clear. In fact, your picture will be all clear. Now the reason why they went and took the picture different place. But now I see the pussy in the photo. Talking said I didn't want enjoy in the photo. Where were y'all when we were in the photo? Pussy in the ring and the sun for the photo. Photo go to did not follow in the photo. When I wear deep blah shining in the photo. Shaga demon did not visit all the camera in a number. They blocking us in the photo. I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo. I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo.
Okay.
What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo.
Look, I can see myself because the way they take the photo. Mr. Photo, tell me how you ready to take the photo.
Okay.
Back in the days when we were.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. I'm back, and I just want to go through some of the comments people making here. You know, I like to see some of the stupid comments. And out of everybody here, you got one or two, three person who will say nonsense. And sometimes it's so funny, a woman. They get one, Helena Flomo. Helena Flomo said, you can't lie. Yes, Helena Flomo. Who is Helena Flomo? Helena Flomo. Okay, I'm looking at her photo here. She said you can lie. That's good. But at least you're watching me now. After you finish, you'll get some news from here. And then she said, somewhere she said again, my man, stop fooling the people. No, that Blamo Lrtn. Say, I'm fooling the people. Then Blamo Lrtn again say, you are not doing nothing but stirring the drama. Yeah. How you react to protests bring trouble. Right? And LRB stand up. How you react to protests bring trouble. That is why I applaud the protester. They never reacted. They never did whatsoever. But you see, CDC was the only party that saw that protest 24/7 on no permit. Joshua had guns all over the place. CDC people had guns with them. Then Blamo Lrtn again said, so bullshit because of BS. You're bringing. But you will look at me, Blamo. You will watch me. You will watch me. You don't have the face to come on and say anything. So let's just don't worry about it. And at least other people say good. So protest and war and trouble you are bringing. Okay, we're bringing protest and war. War will not come to Liberia, so don't worry about it. Helena Flomo again. So how you call the building? How you call the building now? You see some of the stupidness? You see the stupidness? I said it is not the executive mansion anymore. Nobody live in there, nobody work there. It's just a building standing up. Wherever the president works or go to work, we consider that one as the executive mansion, whether we like it or not. So when he get there again, we say executive mansion. Nobody work in that building. That building been sitting there since for 12 years. You don't know that nobody work in that building? They've been renovating that building for 12 years. So go and check your history. Okay, somebody answer, say the people's building. That's right, at the people's building there. Lrtn. And you know, I like, but then the same name, the same thing. You know, you see sedition, you know that the Daha want them. Only war demoralize, what, dragging the youth into. Look, nobody drags people into protests. People understand what they are saying, then that's it. Then and somebody, Mona Lisa Morris, like your president, good. Somebody say your president dummy. So other people say, so true, brother. Yes, other people say, I'm writing my book on conflict and politics in Liberia. Lrtn, nobody can buy it from you because you're going to say everything about George Weah. Thanks so much, brother. You are a true patriot. Thank you. Helena Flomo, you won't be in the photo that why you're doing all these things. Helena, you only want to sleep with George Weah, maybe. Maybe you want to sleep with George Weah. Or you got some of them, maybe you're already sleeping with him. Or maybe you got some like boyfriend that always say, we won't be in the photo. Who won't be in the photo, George Weah? That the kind of photo you want to be in with? So the whole world will see you. I beg you, yeah. Mona Lisa, Makula, Lama, which one in my president hope? Not dog Weah, because he is not my president. I enjoy you. Maureen, your Joey, I just feel it. Welcome. Don't pay attention to this crazy situation. I just want to read some of the comments, and I need to send you a friend request. Send a friend request, Joe. I will take out some of them from there and put you there. Love Brian. You sick in the head. And Love Brian replied to Flomo. Flomo, Love Brian said you sick in the head. So something wrong with you. Will I hear say ha laugh? Okay, I can read all the other comments. Okay, guys, this is serious. Liberians, I want to give my hats up to you. I will not give up on Liberia. I can't. We're making the changes. People understanding it. I've seen people talk to people who before were saying one thing and now they are saying another thing. So gradually, we need to conscientize our people. Listen, this thing is not about George Weah. We don't care if George Weah go 10, 12 years. There will be another leader that will come in, and we don't want the leaders to continue doing what they're doing to us. Because nobody complained. That is why our past leaders enrich themselves and they treat us like slaves and they beat us around, they push us around, their family get rich, and today you can see some of the families living abroad. That's all. But we need to stand up. Liberia is not a socialist country. Liberia is not, we don't have a dictator to run. We have a democratic process. We believe in democracy. So when you vote, the power is inherent in the people. The people is the one that vote for the president. One vote, one man, one vote. Yes. The president go over there, he carry one vote. But the people say we want you. That is why there is no, you think if I was resume, you think Joshua was going to win? Because the first thing when I resume, they look at your resume, look at your experience. But Liberian people voted for Joshua. Election got consequences. We voted for Joshua, and that is what we saw in Joshua, and we decided that Joshua we won. Yes. We decided that Joshua is the man, and now they're feeding it. Some people recognize it and said, listen, I'm not there. Other people still don't see anything wrong because these people, they are divided. The 65%, up to 70% of the youth who know nothing, they are the voters. They are divided. The pimping board and divided and whatsoever. Some of them understanding it now. They're doing a little business. And now, look at that boy down with us that. He said, we voted for the president. I'm a Yana boy, I sell. I go in a white man's store and buy. But I buy in a rate with different price outside. But when I go buy the goods, they say they want US dollar. They want US dollar. So all these things, the people not feeling it. They look at the people in the market doing their business. They're struggling. Yeah. Even with all war, they went to a Painsville market. Why we should still stop people from selling on Sunday in Liberia? Why are we so backward? They went in the market and seized the people things and carry it. Some people try to survive. They can't make it. We still get our all the time thing there. How we expect the economy to grow? Yes, we believe in God. Because it's so funny. We don't go to church on Sundays. Then, but we get pastors. The same pastor then, this president go and use your pulpit and preach hate. The most divisive president in our history. You know, God got a way to pay people back, to punish people. No pastor, I can tell you, I can challenge, no pastor can pray against me at work. Because I believe in God too. No pastor from Bishop Winger and whatsoever. But God got a way to disgrace pastors. God got a way of doing it. You dare to speak out for your people. When the government is doing wrong, the Bible says, yes, what belongs to Caesar should be given to Caesar. Pay taxes and do this. But the Bible never told us that the president should be a bad man. The Bible get a lot of things on government, on leadership. The wisdom is there. Joshua is saying that he's a pastor. How can you be a pastor and your people suffering? How can you be a pastor? You don't understand that when Jesus came for the unrighteous people. He never came for the righteous. He came for people who are suffering. Stretch your hands down to the other people. You don't see the people around. You can't see them when you're passing down. The president passes with his hand in his pocket. He just by, he just like walking down. Nobody can say anything. Nobody. No. Let me show you this. This is the man. He was crying. Joshua cried when he won. Everybody said, oh, the man loved his country. Because he didn't believe it. He fought for it. Then, but all that crying was tears of joy. Saying, oh, my mom live for my people. My mom live for my mom live for. My mom live for. Yeah. This is what Joshua giving the people today. Hope for change. Abuse of power. Disrespectful, dishonest, lack integrity, lacks empathy, the corruption at its highest, justice, no one gets justice in our country anymore. He misusing it, raping and killing on the rise. What is the future of our children? What's the future? President Weah, you lie and fail the voters. You fail them. You fail your people. You fail your people. I won't lie to you. You fail them. What are you going to do? You pretend. Tears for nothing, crocodile tears. Other people dancing, women walking. They were dancing that day in the street, butt naked. They were butt naked that day in the street. Butt naked. I saw this girl, butt naked, says, Joey, I can't sleep with her. This girl was so happy. See Liberians jumping. Everybody was happy for Joshua. Finally, Joshua got it. Finally, Joshua got it. Finally. Yeah. Why? Why, Mr. President? Do you think by making changes it's a defeat? No. No, Mr. President. It's not a defeat. It's a sign of victory. And you're looking for people to still defend you. You're looking for people to defend you. That is why you even brought this young man in to come do what? To kill, because he was all on Facebook saying that he will kill people. He felt, I will kill them. I will kill Henry Costa. I will do this. He will kill people. He said it. He put it on Facebook. And you brought him in. You brought him in as deputy and minister of defense to carry on operation. Yes. So tell me, you compromised the country when it came to corruption, as if your DNA in the morning, bunch of corrupt people. You got all your boys around you, they are so corrupt. You taking gifts from other country, from individual. The same person, the same guy here refused. Ellie refused to take bribery from this man. Ellie refused to take gifts from this guy. But when you took over the man from Burkina Faso, you took a bribe from him or gift. No president do that. It's in the code of conduct. You don't know that? You don't know that? You mute. When it comes to corruption, you mute on corruption. You mute on corruption, Mr. President. You mute. You got all people in your government that are corrupt. Their names are on all kinds of lists. But you overlook it. You let it go. You don't speak to your vice president. You don't do nothing. What's that? What's that? Man, where are you disappointed people, man? You disappointed. Big time. Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd that behind George Weah. He make history. The first footballer, soccer player in Africa to go that far. Look at the crowd. There was no space at the stadium. You went there after that. You went to that place there. After the 1st July 26, your 2nd July 26, you went there. And what happened? Everybody, the place was empty. Now you're paying people to follow the president. Yeah, you're paying people now to follow the president. They're paying people. CDC said they come here, they'll be the biggest ever. They come here, they're bringing, they're mobilizing the people, they take them from all the counties. Come out. It's good. It's good. It won't make no difference. It won't make no difference. You can pay that. You can spend about $1 million because Joshua love it. Joshua love it. The people who came out to protest today never came from Nimakande. They never, you see, there will be a protest in Liberia again. Joshua got to be careful. The next protest in Liberia, you should get enough people because I see it will spread all over the counties. Few counties will not do it because Grenadians, they on your side. They are cowards and they believe, they look at you, they think you do. So that's it. But the people will protest in all the other counties. They will protest. I can see that. I can see it. Because the people will get tired. They will not wait for Henry Costa again. Somebody will push people in the street. That's just the beginning. This is just the beginning. You'll laugh about it, but I gave my heart to Liberian for standing up, for being brave. But yes, they did everything not to be hurt, and they walk away. Walk away. We know the kind of government we're dealing with now. We'll make the case. We'll make the case. They got other means. If Joshua cannot get it right and do the right thing, there are a lot of means. Not war. Nobody will take war to Liberia. Nobody. No country will recognize a coup. Nowhere. Yeah. So, let's do what we can do. We'll stand up. We'll continue to speak out. We'll continue to speak out. I want to post this number. And if anybody want to call, I will try my best to take at least 2 or 3 calls. 2 or 3 calls I will accept, please. Then after that, we call it quits for the day. So I will take this call. if you want to contribute, 215526440. 26770 27967. Okay. All right. So in only 2 minutes, my question here is what you think, is George Weah getting it right, or do you think that President Weah will get it right? Do you think President Weah will make the difference after missing all the opportunities? Don't you think it is the right of the people to protest? You can call me on this number and at least please break it down to 2 minutes. At least 2 minutes of your time will not be bad. Just 2 minutes of your time will be fine. 2 minutes of your time. Do 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 do. Share this video. Share this video. Let us. Don't give up. Don't give up. Seditionists can say whatever they want to say. I say, and I'm making it clear, is I'm not in the business to convince seditionists. And some people say, why were you with a 2-star? If it hurt you, go and kill yourself. Sedition all over the place wearing military uniform. All in Monrovia, they wear military uniform. Go and ask Akara Guerrero making general. Go and ask George Weah, men that met with him from the day they started. Guys, they protest. They spent 3 days in front of the U.S. Embassy. All the protests they were protesting, they never had permits. They go in the street anytime because George Weah used to send them. So Ellie Johnson will call him and give him some money. But I see some of the guys, they say, oh, George Weah this, but we can't protest. Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. Member of ANC. You know what George Weah doing is wrong, but because of Henry Costa, the chairman. So, we're not part of it. Mr. Cummings, you need to reach, or you got to reach out. You got to reach out. The people in Liberia, we that live in America cannot help nobody. It means that we're not of voters. We don't vote. They got some people who are registered, but we don't vote. We don't vote. So why we should be pretending? We only make contributions. We don't vote. The real thing is in Monrovia. So they can get all the split money, except the ANC Global, the ANC USA, that their business. The real thing is in Liberia. But I'm saying that I want to be honest with you, that the ANC vote cannot give you the victory. Yeah, they alone, they cannot give you that victory. No way. I can say that to anybody. Take it to the bank. You need to stand up and speak for the people. The people of Liberia know exactly what you can do, what you plan to do. The people say in every corner, but the man is not reaching out. The man had to deal with, yes, that's truth. So that is the situation there. So I want to tell Liberia, thank you, Costa. I want to say thank you, Mo Ali, Darius Dillon, and others. I want to say thank you for standing up. Everybody say you guys doing it for your own selfishness because you all want something. That's why you're doing it for. But okay, hello. Just call your name and where you calling from. I'm fine. You? Okay, I want you to just give me a little take. If you think that what happened today, if the government handled it the right way, and just take 2 minutes and summarize.
All right. The first thing I want to first establish is that I do so many wrongs that sometimes some of the good things that they do go unnoticed. But with regard to the protest, it started very well. Honestly, I saw everything because I did not sleep. So it went well up until probably around close to 6 o'clock when the full issue started. And when the fire was being lit, and the protesters were asked to turn the fire off, and they did turn it off. But then again, at some point in time, they turned the fire back on again. By that time, the police then decided that they were going to go there by themselves to turn it off. But first of all, they went through those peace groups, and those peace groups went about and then tried to talk to the protesters, to then turn the fire off, which of course they did not agree to. Based on that, the police took their power and went there to turn it off. Why it is true that the police were in their rights to have gone there to turn it off, I would not have have allowed it to have used the police truck, because what the truck would have done was that it would have escalated the whole problem just as it did.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have gone there. I mean, those were just parking stuff. They just probably just shoot it down or just take it off, But again, they were in their right, but sometimes you can be in your right, and when you overreact,
yeah.
It makes you look even worse than the person who even committed the crime. But another thing with regards to the guy who organized the protest, leadership was lacking. So
They make some mistakes. Yeah.
Yes, at some point in time, there was no leader. The person I could see around was Moali trying to talk with those guys to know what we should not let it, I mean, the guy's there. He's there now. But, no. All that thing tells me was that, Costa Rica should also learn that the Lrtn people are not foolish. Look, the people are hungry. If anybody had put those people out there, Costa or no Costa, the people are going to react.
Yeah.
I did not support the protest, but the people are hungry. People are hungry. And the way how they came into this, it was a clear indication that things are not going well. And this is about time now.
Yeah.
And the government should put their hands together and at least try and do something. But the political opposition in our country, they are so weak. They are weak. They are our problem, because we need opposition groups to stand up to this government.
Yep.
But we don't have any. We do not have any.
Nope.
And it's sad.
Nope.
It is sad.
So it just tell me that when tomorrow, if they take over, they don't want nobody to criticize them. That is why they're doing this. That's why they're doing it. And I'm making it clear. I take my support from every one of them. Seriously, I can't lie to nobody.
Because look, and you see, that is some of the reason why some of us were not even in favor of the protest. Because guess what? If the COP were successful in giving Georgia down today, it would have been more chaotic, because there is no opposition to fill those spaces.
Yep.
These people got one document that they've been putting together. I don't know how many years. I don't know how many months. People can put one memorandum of understanding together.
Yeah.
One document. They can't do it. People can't sign one document and say, if anybody becomes successful, we'll all support them to be the president. They can't sign this paper because every one of them wants to become president.
Yep. Yes.
And because of their attitude, they will make this guy to keep ruling this country for the next 12 years.
And I tell you, Liberians, the attitude we got, I see Josh, we are going 12 years. because Joshua can take the next election by force and they will not do a damn thing. Nobody will do anything because this is my problem here. You hear everybody saying that, oh, this president, this president, this. But we ourselves, we're not even together. Some people say, me, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. And I don't matter, he's just doing it for himself. I'm not going there. Okay, you are Liberian. But you know, things changing. It will not be now. They added, people understand it. We got to continue to talk to our people. We are not worried about no political parties anymore. But if the political leaders then don't be careful, come 2023, it will be a surprise thing for some of them. It will be surprise. We might see different faces. I can tell people, they got to be careful. They got to be careful.
Let me just give you something like historic statistics. When you look at entire Africa, the time that the international community ever coming to force these criminal dictators, government, be removed, it's usually after their second term,
Yep.
or when they're into the second term.
Yep.
You do not remove them because look, the same thing that George said, there's a lot of African countries.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me put a person. Just hold on 1 minute. Let me put a person. Let me merge this person here. And okay, and just stay on the line. Yeah. Just stay on the line for a few seconds. After he finished, then you come in. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So, I mean, these guys, they will not say anything and allow these guys to go for their second term, and when it is just as bad as worse. Before they will ever come in.
Yeah.
All of the presidents that they were out of after their second term, or they have been there for like 20 years, 30 years.
Yep.
But African leaders do not stand to themselves.
No, because they themselves doing the same thing. They themselves doing the same thing. They doing. Okay, just conclude. Let's this. Yeah.
So all I can say here is that the place why we are in for this other country to this other country, this guy got close. So he is moving into these clubs. He is becoming part of these clubs so that tomorrow when anything happens, he can have his backing.
Yep.
Thanks for having me, my brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, and 337. Where you calling from? Ghana?
No. My name is Elizabeth Tony calling Piketty. I'm calling from Carrickstown.
Oh, welcome. My name is Munel, the general. How are you?
Munel, okay, I was just about to ask you for your name because I always know your platform, but I don't know your name. Okay, thank you, Mr. General.
Yeah,
That's
thank you
nice
very
to meet
much.
General.
Yeah. So what's your... Yes, go ahead. You got the flow.
Yeah, my thought is that what went on yesterday is it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong completely. I disagree with those who are saying that the people should not cook. Look at the protests that are going all around the world.
Yeah.
I just put this one again to everybody to see it that you can cook during protest. So that should have not given the cost to the police to take a water tank. If matter like that, one night you could not go. Okay, yeah, they were in negotiation with the leaders how to put the fire up, but that has gone that far to take a tear gas to throw it on the people.
Yeah.
I think they said they were violent.
Yeah.
My brother, this is wrong.
That was wrong.
This is why
Yep.
I was very thankful last week when they decided to go in negotiation with the churches and international to change the procedure. We said, let the men go, let the men step down. You see? Because the more we try to give them one hand, they will take the two hands. You get the two hands, they say one or three hands. So go all the way to even the men. We thought to just take five for the moment and solve it. Even that they are refusing to accept it. Then you come, that was just a proper way, propaganda. It was a way for them to get rid of the people on the street.
Yep.
So that the people, the international cannot see that the people don't like their president. Because just imagine when I work, 11 o'clock when I put my phone on to see what was going on for the protest, I was shocked. 11 o'clock, I said the whole place was already back. Cross street was all the way from was coming from Jalata way there. Back coming the whole place, the whole street.
Yeah.
Hold
Hold on 1 minute. Let me merge somebody on, then you continue your... Okay, listen, you just got on, and there's another person in line. When they finish, then you can come in, and Pauline. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, so it was very motivating for the organizer and for we also from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. For all of us from the city hall, you could see no street, everything was that guy was showing him up in. In this chapter, it said there were 2 chokers that nobody could even enter again. They were standing on the sidewalk all around the fence.
You don't think they were afraid because later on I see more people were coming there because some people were afraid to show up first, but then later on in the evening I see a lot of people showing that. You don't think that's why the government were trying to say, listen, we got to stop these people, we got to stop them.
We got to stop them because the international will see all this. It is gone already. That the people turn out. Okay? You came and spoil it. You say you
Yeah, okay, just stay on the line. Stay on the line. One person ahead of you. Go ahead, just wrap up, yeah.
Why is the peace, Mr. General? Why is the peace we're talking about? Peace is not only in the mouth. Peace is by your action and
Yeah,
justice.
yeah.
And when the more you oppressing the people, that's what happened to us in Ethiopia. And then you continue like that, the people wanted the people will that they will get on the street and the people will go all ahead.
Yeah.
We're talking about negotiation and things. This thing is stolen to that man and his cabinet, his government officials, then
Yeah, hold on 1 minute. Hold on. You on the phone? Hold on. That won't finish your statement. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. You have got that.
Okay? So the solution me I found that the next time we want to do that, let our leader they come there, close their eyes, what not, we'll tell the man, let the man go. They will sing the song that John Weir set down. I think it will be more value in their face than we say we went there to ask for the land. I beg you people, all of you who supporting us, are supporting us, I beg you, Mr. General, you get a good platform who's supporting that to peace and justice. Let us fight for this man to leave. If we leave this man go up to 2023, the man will win the election and the people on the ground will not be able to do nothing. Why are we going in court? In court, I just saw the man people there. We didn't want to tell you. The man is right. The man won. What do you do? You can't do nothing about it. So we should not allow this man to go for the second line. And this is the way that we get another more 1 year or 2 years to maybe then he step down on his cabinet and all your government officials, even the house, all those who are working wrong, let them ask them, get on the street, let them go. And let it be clear. I beg you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for your input. Okay, yes, and it is 4:52.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Mr. Moody. How are you today?
I'm fine. You, my man. How's everything?
Yes, I'm going to go. This is Leo calling from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to touch a little bit because I kind of heard someone unfolding today in Liberia, and from a security point of view, I think it is devastating.
Yeah.
It is devastating in the sense, my brother, that at the end of the day, if you're not careful, the leader could start to live in fear.
Yeah.
If you don't understand what will be the minds of those people who did not have the opportunity to exercise, the constitutional right. And these are some of the things that people don't take into consideration. People don't learn from the past. These are the things that create tyrannical leaders, because if the leader start to feel that fear, he start to listen to people who will come to him and give him the information that may not be true, and he will end up going after people, and that will create a situation that those people want to come back at him, and people will start exploiting the situation. That is my fear. That is one of my fears.
Yeah.
That I think and I find very difficult to see that we'll find ourselves in this place. You cannot be allowing protests to go every week, every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
People come to do their protest finally. Let them do their protest. They get done with the protest. If you will speak to them and come out and say, look, I listen to you people. I will address your issues. I told you on January this, I will do this. I plead, right?
Yeah.
I plead to you. I will talk to you. The reason why you do this because you want to make free. You want to make sure that you live amongst your people. Feel like this is not like it's not Liberians against Sierra Leone. These are Liberians against Liberians. I mean, you understand me? It's Liberians against Liberians.
Yep.
So let me just say this. That's the reason why I told people when someone said, Tato has 50,000. Hello?
Yeah, and in the back there, you want, if you want to listen, you gotta mute yourself. Okay, she's off. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you understand me, right? When people say Tato has 50,000 guerrilla fighters, my question was to them, are these
They were Liberians. Yep.
But if he got 16,000 gorilla fighter, don't you believe that they own that for him? Because you know, Liberians, they will say that these people belong to different family. And these are the things that Liberians who will provoke other people to take into consideration. They don't take into consideration, my brother. But my thing finally, I will tell people, if people believe that protest is not okay, if they 100% believe that protest is not okay, would they agree that we should scratch peaceful assembly out of our constitution, that it should be normal that people should assemble? Because tomorrow, government will change. Maybe today, we have the chance to say, your company is crazy more than. If you don't support protest, tomorrow someone will come and say, if you measure for protest, we'll move to your home. Would that be good for the country?
Yeah.
Many people not thinking about the future. My brothers are all I wanted to say. I pray that Liberians will come together. It's easy to understand that only if we come together and unite, that's the only way our country will go forward. That's the reason why I always say in short, I'm a Liberia, until my children can come together, put God first and be honest with each other, I see a black future. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much for your input, and that was excellent. And your comment, I thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yes. And 66143.
Hello.
Yeah. 6143. Go ahead. Where you calling from? What's your name?
Yeah, good morning, General. This is Aloysius from Philadelphia. Aloysius Benjamin.
How are you, Benjamin?
Yeah, I say thank you for your platform.
Thank you very much.
For your honest analysis. I followed the protest from the beginning all the way yesterday.
Yeah.
And from my own analysis, I think the government had a pre-plan.
Yeah.
Issue. They're ready to just follow anything that was sparked for them to counteract what they felt that they didn't want to protest. They didn't
Yeah.
have any reason to support the protest because everything the COP was saying is the person at the last minute can just lead us out of the protest.
Yeah.
They're doing it in law to solidarity for the country.
Yep.
They're not doing it because they wanted to show off.
Yep.
But the president did not do it. The people gathered on the streets. They said, okay, how many will come? Let's see.
Yeah.
They're not even come on the street. When the pressure started mounting, then they had a plan B. The plan B was that anything that would just spark anything. I don't think he ever called out these stupid enough to carry on among the people. I don't think so.
No way.
But he did or not, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was planted just because they wanted evidence to just incriminate the young man.
But listen, but what surprised me, I know Trukon Rabo, the SS director. I listened to his interview, and that's where I just gave up. You call yourself SS director to the president, and you say that you had information that there was a gun in the car. Y'all took the car to the police station and looking for witness to come and stand before we take the gun out. SS director who could impound that car and carry it behind to their office and do whatever they want to do with it before even they call the police. You say, I call this other police guy, then I ask for another senior officer, and then I call then the journalist and say, but we're not there. You search the car before we got and say, but how about the other one? We open it. But how will you take a man car from your search the same car, watch a video where they search the car, they put all the water down from the car, and then they go, but let's say this. Even if Yeke get pistol in his car, he's a lawmaker. My brother, Joshua had guns in his house when he was not even senator. When Joshua became senator, all his security had guns.
Yeah.
And what about the people who can be, look at the Sabu unit who get guns with them. You know, that is the problem. That is what pissing me off. Seriously.
He did continue, my brother. He did a very forward democratic process. I put before, I think a couple of weeks ago, I was in die-hard citizen in Joshua.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed. I was like, wow. This dude, he presented himself to be the Messiah. He presented himself to be who has some private time. We said the guy came for graduate.
Yeah, everybody saw themselves in him.
Yes, the guy slept on the floor. The guy white man didn't wear clothes, Ghana men clothes. This guy is so harsh. He will help to bring the country forward. Look at what he has done. And the worst thing about him is very arrogant.
Yes.
That didn't even see this. The man going to the church and listen to this.
In the church.
I mean,
Eh?
You got that on here, you brought my houses, nobody said anything. You got that on here, you brought my car. Oh, really? So you came to rebuild what you lost? And I was like, wow. So you gonna tell me you came back to us Liberian people? I said, okay, this is son of the land, our own son.
Yeah.
We give it to you.
My man. Look, you just pick it up. That's why I asked. George, we are say, they burned my house. You ain't say nothing. You know how many Liberians got killed and the house got burned? And he lied. And I will tell you on this public forum that house on 9th Street was never burned down. That's a lie. Yeah.
You see, you sit on here, you cost me, you cost my children, you cost my this and that, you cost my...
Okay, someone on the line. After he finished, then you will come in. So just listen. So go ahead.
Yeah, how many times you got down from here, our president, but yesterday, we had to move on as a country. My brother, I'm so sad, I'm so worried about my country. I just pray
Yep.
that some way redemption will come from somewhere.
Somewhere.
We don't want war in Nigeria. We don't want anybody to go on the street and kill anybody. We want to bring people to be caution tax enough to not vote a young man in the second term.
But I want to say thanks to Liberian people for standing up, for not even attack, go and retaliating to the police. That was good. That was good. Yep. Yep. They wanted something different. Yep.
Just get a mess of a hospital down. My kids working up country, no pay, in healthy. People have lack of medication, you not seen that? You think we're talking about roll, like also they put the best of needs and I'm not. When I say roll somebody, but people sick, sympathy. These are things you sit on the president and say, you know what? People voted for a reason. You probably even know errors. But by getting the president now, he's arrogant. He's so proud.
Yep. That's it.
He's not going to come down.
No.
You know what these other people? He's not any time. Just somebody said when the AFL got on strike, Ellie went to meet and talk to them. When Ellie still wants to some of the time, Ellie got a better to them. What's your problem? Let's talk about it. We're a leader. Come on, let's talk about it. Then it's democracy. We'll say Ellie did excellent. Ellie has her own flaws too. But if a divisional Liberian can feel like doing like this, I don't know whether we give to another indigenous Liberian. I don't think so. But I also disappointed. For the beginning, you said it was tense.
Yep.
I said, this thing will not end good. I knew it was not going to end good. I said, these people have a premeditated decision. They're waiting to just tackle one thing. Tell the people say they're cooking on Capitol Hill. No, brother. You can say that monitor it. If you want to be honest, they will cause any trouble. The people said will be on the streets. The government, they don't want to see that. To be on the street, because the first time happened in the country, that you be on the street Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They will say the agent judge way and say, wow, they could really mean it. So then with everything they do that will cause no trouble, will just go to the judge, disrupt the whole thing, and just burn them on the street. That's violence you use against the own people.
Yep.
That's violence, that's not democracy. They quiet, just anything about it, just quiet. You go to the church and the people at the church, oh, you know, I'm not a talking president, I'm the actual president.
Hey, what action?
What action are you taking? I'm going to see a rapport, let's get over here, I get a rapport. I don't want to tell other people thank you.
Yep.
For going out in the street.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time, my brother. Thank you.
Okay, my brother.
Okay, 7790.
Yeah, this is me.
Your name me?
My name is Arthur Dennis. I'm calling from the state of New Jersey.
How are you, Arthur Dennis? Welcome.
I'm fine. How's everything, my brother?
Well, we can't complain, my brother. Tell God thank you for life, and tell God thank you that the protesters were able to go home, although some of them got wounded, but they never retaliated to stay there and fight. That was good.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my thing, this is what I just want to share. I just want to share a little bit of light on the situation that happened there, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is what I want to say is this, right?
Yeah.
you, Rick?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. I think your monitor, I can hear your monitor.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, we just go to the south for a minute. Tyler Urich and what's his name? Yaga Koluba,
Yeah,
Karen Costa,
yeah,
and everybody out in the COP, they had the right for the security to have a gun to protect them. That's what the security to do, have a gun.
yeah.
Now these people come here parading one pistol.
I tell you.
One pistol.
Oh,
One
God.
pistol. They parade one pistol and machete. But we all know, since Joe Will came to power, right?
Yeah.
And every time that someone, and the people get on the street saying they're going to protest, this kid called Jefferson Kochi.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Stay on the line. Hold on 1 minute. Somebody on the line. So just continue talking. When you finish, and they will talk.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
It goes there with knives, sticks, hate these people that not one day that George Oponwia came out and made a speech say, you know what, you'll stop going and counter protest. You'll stop. These people had the right to protest. These people had the right to assemble. But every time these people try to assemble, you got Jefferson Kochi and a group of terrorists going around terrorizing people, hating people, killing people. And he don't say nothing about it.
No.
He don't say nothing about it. And people talk about, the people have planned. It's a good thing that nothing went down so bad today.
Yep.
The people been talking about it, that when the people go to demonstrate or go to protest, they will send people to kill them. They will waste hot water. And the reason why they waste hot water, there was a woman on Facebook a couple of days ago that said that George Oponwia and Jefferson Kochi should waste hot water. Find a bridge, pack everyone that everybody want to go protest. They will find a place, put it there, and kill them, and do this and do that. If people fail to understand that George Weah does not own Liberia,
Yep.
he does not own Liberia. He's not doing right. The people are, but you know the bad thing is this, right? The COP should just stick to the voice. George Weah said that. Anything Sunday, the people talking about, you know what, y'all wait until 2023. He's going to write the election.
He will.
Has to go,
I believe it.
write the election.
I believe it, and nobody will do nothing. Nobody will protest.
No,
Nobody will do
He
nothing.
gotta go.
Nobody will do
He
anything.
gotta go.
Nobody.
He has to go.
Nobody.
The senator has the right by security to bear arms. They have to protect him. We got, what's his name? Jefferson Kochi got a gun in his hand. His security got a machete in his hand. Did anybody speak about that?
But not even that. When Joshua, I'm telling you, Joshua had guns when he was not even a senator. Then when he was dead, all the CDC security had guns. All of them had guns. Will anybody ever chase them? They got the right to get gun. You got security. Why you can't get gun to protect yourself? Or pistol? The president was not even there.
Talking about.
Eh? No, you know, it's just so sad. You're going after a lawmaker, taking his car, disrespecting this man, try to kill him. Then we see sedition all in the street with machete. We saw them down in District 13. They're going around. I bet you right now, as I'm speaking to you, you might not kill some Liberian somewhere. You might some the ones that who are going home late. You man the Sabu unit. Oh, I'm telling you, you were here in the morning. You were here in the morning. You were here in the morning. But I just happy the way they just show that the whole world saw what happened today. Even if the people are lighting fire over there, you as a God, but what happened was they thought the people was not going to show up. But lately, in the evening, everybody start coming out. No, they say no. So they were trying to, they caused that chaos. If they, in case of anything, then they were coming to go astray and start doing what they want to do. But it's good. It's good. It just shows who the leader is. He will never change. I can tell anybody wasting the time.
That young girl, what's her name? Justina Taylor.
Yep.
They drug her when she went out and spoke openly. They drug her, raped her, beat her up. She was in the hospital. Did the president even came out and speak about it? Say, you know, you cannot do this. Did he do that?
Small country. Small country Liberia. The president only controls Monrovia. Not even Montserrat, but Monrovia, the only place he stayed. He never went to any of the other districts. He never went to no counties to tell the people thank you. Then this is the man who only in a bubble.
I know that man. That man who come here to New Jersey. He come here and play soccer game.
That's it. That's the real we are
I know
there.
that man.
That's the real we are looking at.
He's very pompous.
Anybody thinking that we are going to change, you're wasting your time. If we are with him, he'll be about he just get it. If the money kind of come, he'll just use it to develop. But if you're thinking that we're waiting for Josh, we have to take responsibility. They're looking at Librarian. They say, listen, Librarian, we just talk. We just talk for nothing. We can't go nowhere. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Gotta go. We're not gonna step. We're not gonna change. The COP don't need to change the tour anymore.
Yeah.
George Weah must go, and that's it. We're not gonna negotiate. We're not negotiate nothing.
All right, let just wrap it up. Let's get to this. I got a lot of callers on this line now.
Yeah, but brother, but I just wanna put my 1 or 2.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care, okay?
Thank you. Yes. Okay. All right. And the next person I think is 4689.
How are you, sir? How are you, General? How you doing, sir?
I'm okay. And you, my brother? How's everything?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Yeah.
My name is Franklin Malia.
Malia, yeah.
All right. I saw everything. I was the one today that first started covering up.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes. Yesterday I watched the thing and they said I took the lawmaker car, was an error. They took it to the police station, they did this thing, blah, 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 blah. Last thing, it was a plan to pull a cop in a car.
Yeah.
Do you have a fingerprint? Do you have a fingerprint?
Librarian police are bullying.
That's the thing. How will you take a lawmaker car on the street and take it to the police station?
But this same car was searched. I watched the video. They took the water down. They did everything. They did everything. They searched it. I saw the video. Nothing was there. They let the car go. That the man car. They searched every car. Then you go and pick up the man car and carry it and say you got guns in the car. Yeah. You know, Mr. Anderson, you can just hold on. Other people on the line, just hold on 1 minute.
I'm trying to see the Lrtn sign is not on there, so I just making sure that it is the show. And then come to the one again.
I just tap it. Over there, but I just tap it. My hand in it.
I just want to be thankful to Librarian people today that turned up.
Yeah.
Everything went well, and people went home safe. I know people got here, but one thing I got to tell the government, everything that went bad for these people today, the government will be held responsible for everything that went wrong today.
Yep. Yep.
The police don't got no right to kill their own people. The people want to go and eat and sleep on the street. It's the government responsible to provide security. But international community are watching him. You guys think it's like a joke on him, but they are watching him. All the dirty thing he's doing in this country, you go after the way soul.
Yep.
America don't like it up to now. You think America love him? Donald Trump don't want to see him. You think you guys think it's a joke? People clapping today. Citizens clapping. Hey, he's doing a good job. Hey, hey. You will go to jail. Nobody gonna follow you. Nobody gonna send you tomorrow.
Yep.
People are on the street. There was no trouble. And you got it's a contact protest. Why would you get contact protest? People carry gun. Why would you just stop the people? People are celebrating. People are having fun. And you don't want to listen to the people. One thing, General, I want to say, we have to support the COP. COP will be powerful internationally. I'm telling you.
They just put them to the table. They just got to the table. They got a seat at that table. Yep.
I'm telling you, COP will be powerful. I'm telling you. You that are looking COP will be powerful in this country. COP will be powerful. Go. COP not to be nonsense. They are bringing all the young people. They bring. You see, Tara Europe or you should work with CDC. She don't know that make it too good.
Yeah. Smart
They
game.
like them for win. They like them for win. It's so 15. That's what he's doing. Who is doing that right now? I'm telling you.
Yep.
You see that don't COP? We have to work with COP. I'm telling you, COP will be powerful. That organization will be powerful in Liberia.
That's it. I can see it.
But I'm telling you, General, I'm telling you, it will be powerful. The only
That's true.
The general closing your.
Okay, just give me a closing so I can bring this and other person on.
All the general, I don't want to say to like when people peace and keep moving strong.
Okay.
So our country be safe. So the world will know that we are out for peace.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, my brother. Yeah. Okay, and the next person on the line, 3859. And the last person that just came up, that's a lady. I see how maybe that may, I don't know. And 5, okay. The person off. Okay, 3859. Go ahead. 3859, you there? Hello? Hello, you mute yourself? 3859. Yeah, good morning. How are you, sir? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Lrtn, and I'm calling you from Italy.
Italy. Okay. Go ahead. You got the flow. So what's your input?
Okay. The whole issue about this protest for me, I blame Costa and the whole members of the COP. Now the reason is this: you guys are going to protest. The day was fine. Coming about the whole thing. The day was fine. The protest was going on fine. Now coming on with the bad, school bad in the middle of the street, in the heart of the government to put fire for me, it was not very good. Yeah, let's be frank. And the police, there was a negotiation, They came, I don't know, commissioning. They went there, or independent human rights council. They went there to talk to the protesters to cut off the fire. They cut off the fire later. Yeah, I agree, they cut off the fire. And then later, according to information, they regroup again and on the fire. Yeah, when they came in, they told them that, well, you guys have to cut off this fire. It's not good. And later, I don't know, in a group, people always say, they can't do anything to them, that's what we do. And that's it. Come to, that's the one to, we cannot do anything. This is above us. So those people have to put up the fire, or we are going to move in because of the fire. They are where the killing will focus.
Okay, so you think, okay, let me ask you. I agree that they got a fire there, but you think the way the police move in to cut the fire off with that truck, that the fire they were cutting off, or they start spraying hot water on the people? You think that was it?
No. My God, the fire was not, it was not that they went directly to the fire to be cut off. You see? The next thing I saw.
Okay, so that is where they blunder. If they want that fire to be off, but they try to remove the people, whether they can stay there, if they want to stay there for the longest, the people are taxpayer. And even this cooking, I remember you in Italy, but even in Lebanon, I saw the guys then doing shish kebabs. They protested for 2 months. Right in America, yeah, at Central Park. The people that wanted to protest, they were in that park there for almost 5 months. They put a tent, they were cooking, they say, until the government can say something to them before they would leave that park. They were right though. They were dealing with the New York. That New York they were dealing with. They were talking about the 1% rich people, that the government should do something. But that is where they went at. That is where they went. But let's say this. I agree, the fire or whatsoever. But 2 wrong can make right. Everything was peaceful. Even if they just take that water and flash it on the fire and forget it. But instead, the water was flashing on the people and they start going after the people to get them off. In that process, you could have killed anybody. People got hurt. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So then, the police are wrong on that. They're wrong. That's what they mess it up at too.
I was
Yeah.
So guys came out to block the road. In fact, they were even telling them that you guys should sit down. Nobody should move in the streets. Let me just say on the main road where the was supposed to pass and go whatever to go call the fire off. So those guys block the road that if we are not moving anywhere, if you want to kill us, you are going to kill us here. So the intention was not to force those guys with water or whatever. But for me, I think they were making their way. They were making their way to where they were cooking and to cut off the fire. But those guys blocked the road before even reaching to where they were cooking.
Yeah, but to be frank, the real truth is that when people are protesting, they need security to protect them. There will be dirt, there will be whatsoever all around there for how long they want to protect. You'll see cops all over the place. At the Capitol building, they went to the Capitol building, and look, I see, not to be frank, the cooking or whatsoever, the government just had plan B that all. They just had a plan B to do whatever they want to do. So they capitalize on it.
Let's go to the issue of Lrtn Kumba. And Lrtn Kumba, for me, he really blown up. Yeah, he really blown up yesterday. You know those people in Liberia, the government is finding all means to beat you down or to even kill you. Let's just say this. Now, you are coming to that crowd with your vehicle or everything. You have security, you have your bodyguards, you have everything. Now, what are you supposed to do first? As soon as you got there, a vehicle out of the premises, be there alone. Later he went on stage and he picked up the microphone, taking those people, the supporters, the followers of the COP, Henry P. Costa, telling them Mo Ali and Dallon to come. Those people are here information that those people they are coming to arrest us. Come, you guys should come here. Let them arrest us as one. Let them arrest every one of us. In that moment, what are you supposed to do? Call one of your security, carry this car or bring it on the other side. You see?
Listen, I don't want you. No, you can't blame. Listen. The first thing is a setup. I saw a video. I saw the same video, the Spoon TV, when they check every car. And that particular place, the people are protesting. That way you can go to work every day. That's why you can go to work every day. That was they don't go to work. That at the Capitol building. Now, I saw them checking Yeke car. They put the water down. They did everything. But my thing is that, how will you take somebody's car? How can you search a man's car, under that particular car, with no warrant, and then you took the car, went to the police station, and come back and say, oh, we found one pistol in it. And let me tell you the real truth. Every lawmaker that got security got a right to get a gun on them. That pistol. I don't care whether you got, they're not war. The president was not there. The man get pistol. Even George that I know personally, when he was not even senator, he had gun to his house. When he was with CDC security had guns on there. Nobody was. How about the 4 people arrested with the Sabu unit? All these things are just to go after other people. They can't win that case. The first thing they can't win it. You can't take my car and go way beyond Jerusalem and go come and tell me, say you get gun. You found gun in my car. And they searched the same car. They got recorder. We saw it. The boss said, oh, they checked the car. They said, okay, go. They put all the water down from the car. They put the water, they put everything. That's how they went through. They checked everybody's cars. Everybody who went in there with cars, the police search it and they allow you to go and you park your car. They search Henry Costa car. They search Yeke car. But one last minute of time, they will go take Yeke car and tow and carry it. Then they say, we went checking the car. Then they say, oh, we found one pistol in the car, and we found in the other car, we found cutlass and this and that. Even you found cutlass in my car, what do you mean? Even if my car, you found cutlass there. They just want to go after him, but they can't win it.
Yeah, the reason this thing has caused intention of Liberian or whatsoever, people are saying everything, is this. You can remember a few days or few weeks back, Yeke Kolba, he make a statement that this government, the war will start, this government want war, and we will fight war. So, this
No, he said, You want war, I will give you war.
He said the war.
The war the president want, I will give you war. Like what he said. Yes, he said war. But what happened? Why he made that statement? What happened to him when he made that statement? People, people went to, listen, the people went to his house. Even they had the same TV and they saw the boy who attacked his security had knives and the police could not even arrest him. They were stopping him and he, yes. So they attacked Yeke. They went there purposely to get rid of Yeke and his security, and they wound the security. But let's say this. It was a wrong statement. He came back and took it back. But people make statement. Who would rather bring war into Liberia? Who rather want to bring war in Liberia? Okay, Lord, please stay on the line after this person, then you can come on. Yeah, go ahead, my brother. You on the phone. Go ahead, finish. Hello? Yeah, I'm listening to you. Go ahead. Hello?
Yeah, for Liberia. You know, from as we are.
You breaking up, oh? What happened? I can't hear you again. What's going on?
Oh, let me keep my position.
Okay, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
So we are going a long way. You know, many of us have suffered a lot. The only thing we want is to run out of peace. And then they judge, we are men who are talking, say, let them go, let them go. Yeah, let them go. So we are can't wait for them forever. The first thing will be creating power for the poor people who can even find food for themselves. As we continue like this, see how much I'm looking yesterday. The government lose a lot of money yesterday.
You worry about the government losing, or you worry about the people? Listen, this is the thing here. Everybody say Joshua should stay, Joshua should go, or Joshua should stay his time. But I got one question for you before you leave. Do you think that Joshua is actually running the country the best way? You think his leadership style is okay?
What really happened, my brother? What will be happening when their family are suffering?
Wait. It said when you're in a water, you don't worry about getting wet. Protests don't bring war. The only way war will come on protests when the government decides to shoot. Look, that's why our country been going backward, because you see those days, our people are not talking. If they have Facebook, maybe back on Mafia, they were coming to talk until the government changed. But you see now, because we never used to talk, we say, oh, you're not leaving, you just let it go tomorrow. If we can live with Prince Johnson, other people, we just want for Joshua to do the right thing. Look at my brother, we know this man, that's what we're talking for. Look how much this man have done for himself when he became president. More than any president ever became in Liberia. 2 years. Look how the president living. 2 years. Look what going on in Liberia. Not because he say he put one road down. All the president who want build roads are just to steal because they say the price can be high up, then they take the ballot money. But not that road the people be eating. We need roads. We need agriculture. They're just talking it on their mouth. Everybody kind of say they pave small road in Morovia. Elinki and pave small road. So we are paving on a road too. But we're talking about the people. Things are getting harder. People can't afford to send their children to school set. They close school on time. They close school before the time and all. So what we do? They may not be talking nothing. He challenging the Liberian people. Whether he go to the church, the pastor then talk to the man can listen. Everybody talking to Joshua, he can't listen. Take action. Some of your people doing bad work. Take action. You can't take action. Whether you're lucky, you ain't lucky, I will come back and beat you again. You challenge the people, you saying things on the pulpit. You know God punishing, God laughing at us too. Some of the pastors who giving president a pulpit to go speak. What I think God laughing at us? That one God punishing us for.
I'm not happy with, because at least things are very, very hard. Things are very, very tough in the country. At least come out and say something. Come out and say something.
Liberian people going to forgive. Liberian people are forgiving people.
Let's pray for the best.
Yeah, we'll pray. We'll continue to pray. Listen, we can pray for now no judgment. God will not bring no good government from heaven. They say faith with all actions are dead faith. You pray and you go after it. But this president is saying that he's a pastor. He preached on New Year Eve again. He preached on another church again. The other pastor say, Mr. President, you are the father of the nation. You need to talk to everybody. You need to see what's going on. He jumped, I'm the president of the Republic of Liberia. I got the right to suspend, to defend the Constitution. Who going after you? During CDC, nobody protesting because CDC protested. Nobody protesting now because CDC. But people see all the things that they're missing. People seeing all the things that are going on in the country. That is why people getting mad at George Weah. Even his own people, his own sedition, they piss off. They're not nobody else. That is same people voted for George Weah. That is same people supported this president. They put his in the street. I listened to most of the interview. But some people just down hard. They love Joshua. We love him until we stay putting the blame on other people. We love this man until we stay putting the blame on the people that who he employ. He don't want to appoint them. This president got all the support. The horse he want print money, say go print money. Everything he wanted, the legislature give it to him. So what else? We blame the legislature, but legislature gave him everything. This man appointed an ambassador and commissioned an ambassador and sent an ambassador to America. Nobody questioned him. And you see, so he got everything in his confirmation. Everything to a disposal to make a good government. Everything he got it. That's the problem. That is why the people piss off. When the people believe that if they don't stand up to George Weah, all the way they say, oh, yeah, go to the ballot box. George Weah can change that result. Liberian people will not protest. They will not say nothing. Will just complain and complain and complain, and it finish. And he will go for the 12 years. He will go for 12 years. He will go for 12 years. If they don't stand up to George Weah, because they got to, if George Weah can make the changes now, he will not make it tomorrow. He can't make it tomorrow. He will go 12 years.
Yeah, one man, he was saying that, this thing, we don't have opposition in Liberia. Opposition should stand up and then do something. But, everybody just continue to, the only person that gave it sleepless night.
Because the opposition are talking. That's why Henry Costa talking. Because they're not talking. Just wrap up so I can bring this love side on.
Yeah, look at the chairman of the United Party. I don't know the chairman.
Yeah, Women Pay. Yeah.
What you guys are saying. So if today, this guy, Henry Costa take a plane from Liberia and enter USA, it's finished.
Yeah.
So there will be no way in the street.
No. Yeah, nobody. Nobody.
No, nobody. Some people are saying that there is no opposition now. I'm seeing it. And when the Henry Costa is giving them a sleepless night, they need a tough time.
Okay, let me bring another person on, and we go long now. This lady be on the phone too long.
Having me on and
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. And enjoy your place. Enjoy everything there. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Love, sir.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, I just call your name, but I know the right name. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so love, people that got love, they got patience and all. Okay, love is kind. How are you? So what's your take on the whole protest and how the government behave? Some people saying, oh, the people cooking there and this and that, but I think that's the right of the people to protest. That's their right. But what your view? What do you say?
First of all, let me talk about we the Liberians, okay?
Yeah.
Liberian people are the most unreasonable people I have seen on the surface of this earth.
Yeah, we got Liberian people, they got white people and black people. I agree.
Yes. Because what is not in their favor,
Yes.
it's not good.
It's not good. Yeah.
What is not in their favor? People seeing the suffering people going through in our country.
Yeah.
We that in foreign country are the ones that are going through it.
I bringing somebody on. I will just merge them. Then you continue. Okay, I got someone on the line. So just continue the okay. I think the person. Hello.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I think the person got out.
We in foreign country feeding it. Because what? If you sending $50 for your family member back,
You got to increase it now.
now you gotta increase it to like $200. Because what?
You just
don't
said the
even
truth.
work.
That's true.
They don't
You're saying the
even
right truth. That's it.
What those people did today to the citizens of Liberia, they have no form of, there's no excuse about the disrespect that was given to them. No justification can be given for that identical disrespect that was given to the citizens of Liberia today. First of all, they said they were turning that fire off. I watched that live today. I was mad to the extent that I went on somebody's live and one Luyabola came hanging on my comment. I just told him, if you know what I know, when I comment, don't go behind that comment because you don't want to hear me today because it will be the wrong day and you will hear the wrong thing coming from my mouth.
Yeah.
Don't hang on my comment, let my comment be. Those people, that thing was very simple if they actually came for fire.
Yes. That's
First,
it.
On the serious
Yeah.
note, I had 2 phones on today. 2 phones. Every live video that was sent to me, I clicked on it and was dashing. The first thing I saw when Martin Cody posted something and said that there was going to be an attack. He just got the information that there was going to be an attack to disrupt the whole protest. Like he shared that identical post. In less than 10 minutes, that identical incident took place.
Yeah.
It took place. This was a planned thing.
It was planned already for that attack. It was not a fire.
George, we are so petty to the
It was not
extent
a-
that he's so childish in it that you can see it rated all in him. Because no president that you will see, we talk about who don't cause Daniel Trump here, who don't insult that man here. When you say you want to be a leader, you have to have a tough skin.
Yeah.
So if you are signing up for it as a young boy that passing around, then you are not ready for it. You want to give for the enjoyment, and with the enjoyment, you got to take the heat.
Yeah.
If you can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen. So you know definitely that this insult is hurting you. Pack your bag. The one you're not there, you can carry it when you leave our people alone. And somebody else is come and come and take over. Why you suffering these people? You can go stand up in church and talk to the church member, but to come out and talk to your Liberian people,
You can't make
you
it.
cannot do that. What
No.
kind of president you are? What kind of president you are?
The man only concerned. The man said they burn house. You ain't saying nothing. So all the other people who died during the war and they burned their houses down. You worry about your house on 9th Street and allow the house on up. I said I slept in that house and all. No, that house was never burned down. It was never burned down.
That man, something wrong with that man. I keep saying this thing, people not listening. Something is definitely wrong with Joey upstairs, and he needs serious attention. People not seeing it yet because why? You can't be power grief like this. This man, the thing what a man stop. I told my friend today. I told her. I said, the way how the man stop this thing. That's me. The time for Jovial to leave this place. He will not leave. Jovial want to run this country. You know how in an African movie when they find somebody and say this person is the king for this time, right?
Yep.
And when they die, and when they're about to die, they want to pass the kingship to one of their family members because they don't want to move for in power.
Yep.
That's how I see Jovial going to try to do Liberia. Because he thinks that's his personal property with Liberia. Because anything he say is the final.
President for life.
It should be the final. You want to be the president in that chair until he go on in the ground here. But the only thing I can tell my Liberian people today is to listening. Y'all stop hitting one another.
Yep.
This thing is not about hearing poster.
No.
It's not about Mo Ali. It's not about a Yeka Kolba. It's about your own welfare and your children. It's about them. Because tomorrow, see how Liberia looking now. You know
And that's it. Yep.
You're there, you're fighting over it. Medicine kind of, they kill you. So if that's why y'all want, other countries growing. Look at Ghana. See Nigeria. Sierra Leone are not happening like that, but they're more advanced than Liberia right now. A country where normal day people used to be running there to go and go have good vacation. Now when you go in there, you go in fear.
Yep.
Chad said all his gun shooting in people's ear, but the way how Liberia is fearful now. During Chad said that I don't think Liberia is fearful like this.
No, man. Even during the wars, we never had it kind of hard time.
Yes.
All the way was shooting bullets.
There was no hard time because I remember when you ask somebody for a dime, that person will probably give you like $20 instead of the $5 that you asked for in Liberia at that time. Yeah, there was shooting going on, but there was not unnecessary killing going on. That when you say the truth, then the next thing, the guy a picture passing around and haunting you.
Yep.
On social media, they passing around looking for you. By the time they say, oh, the person just came from back, oh, they're all over the place looking for you to kill you. What kind of life is this?
Yep.
Is this what the people voted you for? If you think you wouldn't president for a solution, then you're far and certain part of this war and you're going to sit out there because Liberian people voted for you because they wanted you to be president for everybody, but not president for just solution.
That's what you do.
Saying that, those senseless people that don't even know what they even talk. Someone else, you ask them right now why you love George. We are the next thing they will tell you, I just love it. The love of football has brought us to this kind of condition that we find ourselves in right now.
Yep.
I am just sorry for our people back home. I'm sorry for our people back home. I just don't know how to condemn what happened today because, like I said on my post today, I said today the Liberian government, they scored -0.
Oh, yeah.
-0.
They blunder.
You know how when Minnesota water tell you say it's a -0?
Yep.
That's what the Liberian government scored today.
Okay, love. I got and Maya's on the line, so just wrap up so she can this person can come on.
Okay.
Or if you want to stay on, if you want to stay on that, you can stay. Then she can come on.
No, I just want to say to my Liberian people.
Yep.
The next time for election, I'm begging you, my people. Let me speak the real Liberian. I'm begging y'all open your eyes, kolo.
But this is the problem here too now. If the Liberian people right now do not stand up, 2023 election is just for nothing, man. Let me tell you the real truth.
All I want at you.
George Weah, I don't care how many thousand people vote against him. George Weah will change the result, and Liberians will not go in the street. They will not do nothing because you see, they got everybody. They got 90% of the Liberians who know that George Weah doing a bad job, but they don't want to come out to protest. Let it just stay. The 20% are trying their best, man. They cannot make it. They got a diehard sedition who saying, see, nothing wrong with George Weah here. They're not plenty. Let me tell you the real truth. They're not plenty. So everybody, they put them think about going to the pool, the voting ballot and the voting place on in 2023. Oh, we'll vote against George Weah. You wasting your time. Because George Weah know the Liberian people, they get big mouth. They will just come up, and will die down. They will not do nothing. I'm telling you, the best protest against George Weah, but Liberians will have to stand up to whosoever. And let me tell you the real truth, freedom is not free. Freedom is not free. People might lose their life on that day. That's the day the government will be charged for genocide. But it will be George Weah step down for him to hear it. But George Weah know you're going there to go petition. He ain't forced to talk to you. He'll just not many people, man. And they push us to around today, they push the post today, but thank God the post never retaliated. But he should understand like brown or time bomb. The people might go in the street one day will all custom. I can tell people that. You just see them walking the street this day. When they get tired, because I don't see where they're going to change it around. I don't see where they're going to change anything here. I don't see it. Even the IMF tell you, say, well, I wait 20, 24, or 25. So that time the election will all be on. So they're not just not business, the trouble in here. They're not just not business. The people, the country is bankrupt. bankrupt. They put on credit. They not take money from some other companies in advance already for 5-year taxes. They have done everything. They went all in public corporation and not take money from that one. You see, the first time in our history, government can owe people, but not public corporation. Public corporation do not owe nobody because they're making the money. But water and sewer, all these people that owing people for 3-4 months. Yeah. So it is. Because look, I tell people, George Weah is the most successful Liberian. He played football. He went to the highest as world best. He came into politics. The thing that other people try, he became president. But let's be frank, he's a bad leader. He's a bad and terrible and worst leader in the history. Terrible. He think that Liberian people owe him, that he entitled to things, lying. I can't take it. I can't bear and blow. I know this individual like my ABC. I can say from ZY all the way coming from back and forth. I know George Weah. He lied on everything. They burned his house. Nobody burned George Weah's house down. Nobody burned his house. I challenge somebody to come and tell me, say, let's show. We play football in our yard there. We used to go there and play football. But no. But the way he can say it, the way he can say, you know how many Liberians they got killed in that war and they burned the property down? Then you talk about, you say, you call yourself celebrity. Then you talk about, they put boy my house. You go there, the pastor then giving that man pulpit. Even you go to some churches, you don't go on the pulpit to speak. You stay somewhere and they say, oh, but send the man just, you go stay on the pulpit. I blame Winger then. That I say you can pray. Now they can't do nothing to me. I blame Winger then. I will allow George Weah to go open the Bible and start insulting people. Eh? Yeah, thank you, man, for your
Thank you so much for having me on your platform.
Thank you very much too for your time, your effort, and everything. Okay. Okay, come in, my sister, and 153.
Good evening, my brother.
Good morning. After where you calling from, so?
Good morning. I'm
From Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Good morning. This
Yeah.
is after 12.
Yep.
My name is Minty Myers.
Yep.
You know, when it comes to Liberia, when I think about Liberia, my brother, right now as I'm sitting, I'm having a pounding headache.
Yep.
It's so embarrassing. It is so discouraging. But you know, one thing I realized, where your ministry is buried, we have a connection.
Yes.
With that place.
Yep.
That's why we all are suffering today. First of all, for George Weah, Weah to be elected, to become a president of the nation,
Yep.
it's a disgrace.
Are you right? I agree with you.
I'm not joking, it is a disgrace.
It is.
Doesn't the man that does not articulate anything, he is not expressive, okay? Even if everything is depending on sucker, what who does he promote? Which of those youth that he promoted when he used to pay with money to those days? He did not promote one person. Why couldn't we look at that and conclude that this man is not a good person, he is not a leader? Okay? And when the doctor sold your vote for bag of rice or for half a bag of rice, all due to illiteracy.
Yep.
And when people are not educated at all, we need to educate these people what vote is all about, how important their votes are. If we don't do that, George Weah wants to be a king of that nation.
Yep.
George Weah wants to, he's already educated. He wants to be a king of that nation that he so say one, so say oh, that's what he's doing right now. And you know what? He doesn't love Liberia. He does not.
Nope.
George Weah does not love. He has no love. He is selfish. He is self-centered. He is envious. He is jealous. George Weah is everything negative in my process. I've got to know him.
Yep. This is how you're saying it.
Somebody that could not even debate when Johnny said he won the presidency. We gave that man that presidency on a platter of gold.
Oh yeah, he never fought for it. Yeah, they took it and put it in him.
He never fought for it. So this is what we're reaping. The Bible says you will reap when you sow. When
Yep.
you sow is what we're reaping.
You can't put orange and you think you're gonna get apple.
Exactly. So that's much we are in. We put ourselves in the she and embarrassment and the blood going into today. I don't know when God will ever turn his face to us. And what you are there saying that God is laughing. God is not laughing now. God has actually turned his back.
That's true. God turned his back on
God
us.
has turned his back.
For us to see George, we are blaspheming on pulpit. Our pastors then giving the pulpit to men who have never known George to even be an evangelist. To even be an evangelist, then you go on pulpit to insult people, then they gave him a pulpit.
Yes.
They gave him a pulpit.
Cheering for him. Okay? You know how many God jobs that is serving today? So many gods he's serving. So that church is just a flamboyance. He is not serving God. What kind of insult is that? Then in the ministerial council in Liberia, they found it so they think it's funny. They think it's Joshua because he's the president. They put mounting on the puppet. It's a God's puppet that he mounted on. And the ministerial council in Liberia, they're serving the real God by the way. How do we do that? No, we God that created us. This is embarrassing, my brother.
It is.
Our hearts are bleeding.
It is.
George, we are all human beings. That man want to revenge. He saw my first one when he became the president. He knew my first, he saw my first one. He said, okay, the president will be president, but they forgot to know that during Sunday Cato time, Taylor has said, I don't know where not Taylor, but Sunday Cato said there's somewhere. Okay, and when they return, they give their life, each of the players.
Yes.
Give their life.
That's the one from rehab. Yep.
Exactly.
That a rehab lab.
People used to tell some of the kids that were using with Guna boys, why he's spending so much of giving online, sending us here and there. So George working to revenge. That human being, he does not forgive.
He did no.
He came to revenge.
No.
He came to loot. He came to embezzle. He came to finish the nation.
Let me tell you one thing that board did, and it's still. When I was in Liberia last year, Pee Wee Bestman. Pee Wee Bestman were working with Maritime. Yes, Maritime as one of the security. Bestman carried Pee Wee there. Pee Wee can go to work in the night. Just because Pee Wee Bestman, I'm saying it now, everybody here in fact, you can just give Pee Wee Bestman $80,000 to help him. After the election, Pee Wee a quiet guy, very quiet. Right after the election, right after Joshua were announced and whatsoever, Pee Wee Bestman went to work. And they told him, say, oh my man, you gotta go home. And I said, what up, Pee Wee Bestman not supporting Joshua, or somebody, a boss was supporting Joshua, and I had Pee Wee Bestman. I saw Pee Wee Bestman in Liberia. I said, oh, Pee Wee, my man, at least he said, my man, he said, people money. He said, I'm not working with Maritime. They fired me right after they announced George Weah. I said, for why? He said, because the men who were there, he was seditious, and he said, I never supported George Weah, and they fired me. Just recently, Yeka gave Pee Wee Bestman $80,000. Then another one again, Ezekiel Doe. Ezekiel Doe was working with MTA. Right after they took the car from Ezekiel Doe in the street, Ezekiel Doe and Joshua then played together. They play together. That boy don't keep not, he revenge, he keep, if they make it look at his childhood friend. But sometimes when we're saying these things, people think that we just want to bring Joshua down. I'm an IE man. I was TM before. I've been close with Joshua. I went Minnesota with Joshua. I went all over here with Joshua, helping him for the 2005 election, helping this. And I listened to him. I said he was not ready. I knew straight after that Senate bid, I said, no, we're getting the wrong person. And I said it, and I stood up to it, and that's a fact, we got the wrong person. Joshua was voted for because he played football. Because our Liberian people, you ask them, what we vote for Joshua, and nobody can tell me, when I tell people to show me what Joshua did in Liberia, since you want to say he a patriot, what he did in Liberia, I never saw Joshua going to Liberia after his game to have party for the children Christmas. I never saw Joshua putting one well down in Lrtn or to give rice to people. Like what I saw some ordinary Liberians going to send, they would send rice Christmas time, they would divide it. When interim government were in charge, I never saw Joshua doing it one day. Joshua get in mind to countable when you were doing, I used to go in refugee camp. I can put my life on the line if Joshua ever went refugee camp. I told you to tell us I'm going to die tonight. I won't see it. You think Joshua was, everywhere Joshua went, there will be photo. Everywhere Joshua went, journalists follow him. The only place don't follow him in the bedroom when he go home. Yeah. Can't about Joshua went refugee camp. He went to refugee camp. He ain't attend none of the peace accord. Or because they interview him one time. And they don't even know why Joshua became UNICEF ambassador. The first UNICEF ambassador was Lawrence Fishburne. Before 1995, before when Joshua won the world best. Now, after that time, we had this on Joshua or world best. So you and say, oh, but the people get a celebrity because that position only for celebrities. They use celebrities on that particular position. UNICEF ambassador, they got Angelina Jolie, they got a lot of celebrities. I never see an ordinary man is the UNICEF ambassador for children or to disarm. Lawrence Fishburne, he was an actor. He went to Liberia for disarmament. That time Joshua never had that position. But when Joshua reached to that top, he was a celebrity. They believe that, oh yes, the people love him, so we got to use him. And that's how Joshua became a UNICEF ambassador. From there, they sent him to other countries. He came to Liberia. But hey, that's it. They use him. We all happy. And I tell people, man, that Joshua benefited from football, not me. It was just an entertainment for me. It was just an entertainment for me and you to say, oh yeah, they score. Ain't put food on my table. Ain't changed nothing in my life. He was doing a regular job, like any other person who left from Liberia to go home to work and then go back and to do whatever they want to do. That's just how Joshua looking when he went home. Where he worked, he opened any business. He empowered anybody. No, let one person come up and say, Joshua, the one that make me to be a millionaire today. Let one person come and say it. What he did, he worked in the same government. He became senator because on the popularity. What he did in the Senate, it make any difference? It make any difference when he went in the Senate and said, oh, Joshua learned something from the Senate, he'll make any difference? No. He sat there like a Barbie doll, taking the same instruction from Ellen Johnson. And what kind of president can't even say I will audit my previous government? You just walk into a place and you audit? They ain't give you no paper? Yeah, you said the woman did nothing wrong. So that's why I say, yes, she did nothing wrong. He is on him. So then let him start complaining. And look at one of the things, like Brent Post should open the eyes and the ears. We said Joshua should fight corruption. His own people, CDC chairman said that they had they made a statement the other night, not a tip. He said, Mr. President, you must fight corruption. We talk about private jet. They said the same about private jet. Mr. President, you got to talk to everybody. We said the same thing. So when they die hard sedition, what they are, boy, I know what Joshua gave these people. I know Joshua made medicine on the people then. Or they ate something. So even down to the pastor. This is the first time in Liberia I haven't seen no Michael Francis. The only person I heard preaching a few days was the guy from President Baptist Church. He said Sabu Union is a terrorist group. Terrorizing the people whole day. Pastors talk to you. They say, Mr. President, you are the father of this nation. You need to talk to everybody. Man came back on pulpit. He came there again. He attacked the pastor too. He went to the Liberty Christian Church. The pastor said, Mr. President, you need you and your vice president need to settle your things. When again they put the microphone, what he said, well, what about some of you're in the council of church, you don't speak to each other. Hey, man. The chiefs came to you, they said, Mr. President, you need to do X, Y, Z. They had an economic dialogue forum, they need to do X, Y, Z. The international community went to you, said, Mr. President, you need to make some concession too. He said, well, in my speech, but I can't do anything right now. Because the international community, the ECOWAS and whatsoever, will not go after Joshua for corruption. Because you know what? They themselves are corrupt. The other African leaders are corrupt in the country. What are they going to tell Joshua? They are corrupt. So the looking is up to the Liberians that will stand up. Joshua, the only thing, this particular protest that was canceled, that won't scare Joshua. That's why he brought the international community to come big. That Joshua stepped down protest, but he got to be careful.
It's just the beginning.
It's not late. It got to be. I don't want to see sedition laughing. They shall be careful. Liberians will walk out and say, okay, now, ready for your genocide, come and kill us. Come and kill us. They will get ready for him one day. So nobody should take it for granted. It's ain't impasse yet. But they will see it. They will see it and they will understand it. People who in the street are sedition, they're not no different person. And some of us will stay who they want to support him. But every day you listen to the radio today, People tell you say I'm a sedition, but I can't believe the thing the man doing to us.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
every day.
People there voted for this man here. They saw themselves, the young children saw themselves. A 14-year-old, 15 can come on social media and cuss you up too. You don't get able to see that the people you have lost the mandate you always talking about. You don't get the able to see. They think that rocket scientists now, that thing not look, the thing that happening like not education business. Oh. Because I think it's just a natural, that's something we need to add. That one prayer can help it. That's something. Because I never see somebody who don't get a common sense. You brought your own people to interview you, blunder. Yeah. Look at the man. The boy lied. The man is a liar. Joshua is a liar. And I will say it. And I will stand by it. Because people don't listen when he say nonsense, then the people start clapping. When he said wrong thing, the people clap. This man said he got 2 farms in Sano. And you never went to Sano, that Joshua will get farm in Sano. He ain't go show off on it. He said, oh, I told the people to harvest and feed themselves. Look at that. Look at that kind of lie. Then he said, oh, when I was senator, I went to my office and I saw this student from St. Mary. And then I said, what you doing here? Why you're not in class? That Joe, we are here also talking. Why you're not in class? They said, oh, we came to some senator for our WIAC fee. So he said, okay, you come. He said, I called them. He said, okay, you promise me. I will give you the money and you'll bring a receipt. You believe that kind of thing there? If you want pay student WIAC fee, but tell them, get the money, bring my receipt. But guess what? That the one that really touched me. He said, then I called Eugene Namwe. I said, Eugene Namwe, man, we got to do something about the WIAC fee. The day we take over, I become president, we got to do something. But he failed to realize, before he became senator, Eugene Namwe was already working with Ellen Johnson. So how you call you? So how can you call Eugene Namwe when Eugene Namwe was already with Ellen Johnson? And now Ellen Johnson make you to appoint Eugene Namwe. Not to say Eugene was working with you again. There was no relationship between you and Eugene. Only hello. There was no political thing. So he forgot that Eugene Namwe was already with Ellen Johnson. He was minister of, I think, transport already. I think either transport or telecommunication. Yeah. The boy lied on everything that he tried to do. And Liberian people believe it. Eh? Why you should be afraid to declare your assets publicly when we saw it in the paper during the election? They say you worth $83 million. So what are you afraid of? Why are you scared? What are you scared of? You say for security reasons for your children. Oh, but you are brave to put it on social media. You are brave to put it in the Concord paper that they pay and said, George, we are assets network is $83 million. Bring the paper and show it to Liberian people. This is what I worth before I take over. Why you can't do it? Why you hiding it? Then what are you hiding? Because it will show how you got money. It will show when the money was deposited. He tried to use the bank, and the bank said, hey, we can duplicate the paper now. We can backdate it. We can backdate it. So maybe that way he got stuck here. Yeah. So tell me, if you will go put your salary, they got it all on Facebook, all over the place. Then we say, oh, and please declare your assets. Then you say, oh, because for security reasons, I can't do it. You already out there, we seen the thing. Then why you can't put it on people and let we see it? Look, we'll talk. I can tell I don't give on Liberian people. I can tell I don't give on Liberian people. Yes, I don't give up. Yes.
We need to unite. Because what we all do, they see no people. They have political parties. So why should the political parties sit down and all this nonsense going on? Why can't they merge and speak against this government?
I don't know why they're afraid of, because CDC were all behind Ellen for 12 years. They used to march, they used to protest. By the time one person had bad during the protest, they called for Ellen resignation. All they went to the embassy, they protested for 3 days and all. That party. Okay, let's agree you won't act nice. The party not involved. But why would you want to stop your members from protesting? But I tell you, I have just said it and I will say it again. I have withdrawn my support. I supported Cummings in the fight in this going election. And I drew my support. I'm not going to support nobody from the Bwaka, the whosoever, the CPP. I'm not supporting no political leader until I can see that, because the Liberian people, they know you contested the last election Everybody saw your platform. The Liberian people want for people to speak for them right now. They're looking for somebody who will stand up to Joshua and say, Mr. President, because you've seen it. So if you cannot stand up to Joshua, then you're trying to tell me that if you're president tomorrow, nobody should stand up to you.
Exactly.
You know, that's what you're trying to tell me, that when you're president tomorrow, I'm not supposed to stand up to you. What will it take you? In fact, just for today's protest, I expect Cummings to come out and say what the government did. Don't just send a press release. Put it on social media. Let the people know you're the one talking. What the government just did to the citizens of Liberia was wrong. You cannot. You could kill them and the people never retaliated. Thank God. You can't do that. That's the right. That's the beauty of democracy. If the people don't complain, you will not know the truth. You will not understand what to do. You in a bubble. But now tomorrow when you want Liberian people, I just said it then. The membership of ANC can never make Cummings president. The membership alone can never. You need everybody. Don't worry about whosoever, but you got to be aggressive. They're not America. They're not America. They're not no corporate thing. He's qualified, he whatsoever, but that other part of it there, the people stay not feeding him.
I don't see it.
Yeah, the people not feeding. No, what make everybody qualified to run for president? You're Liberian. There is no school. There is no school. Okay, there is no school for president. I never had President George we are running. There is no school. That's why in fact, I didn't say no constitution, because if they were going by resume, you think George will be president? Because they will go for experience. They will go for all kinds of different things. So now, Joshua, look at Paul Kigari. He's a high school kid who joined the army. I say kid, and he older than me, he my father. But joined the army, never went to college. But look at him today. The people don't want him to even leave. Look at him today. Look at him. It's just a common sense to make a decision. What you think, president? The biggest thing for any president is to make a decision. So you gotta love your country, make that decision. The wisdom, the ball stops with you. So what leaders do? They bring all the best people around them, and they open their ears and they listen to everybody, and they take. They make one and put it together and say, "What do you think?" Yes, okay, bam. They say, "Who getting a good name?" That the president. That the president. Even if Joshua was going to get the best people around him, he was going to do good. But he taking people, and look at Samuel 12. If Samuel 12 really had love for Joshua, he would say, "Mr. President, I'm going to resign. If the Liberian people think I'm the problem, I will be the sacrificial lamb." As wicked Charles Taylor was when George Bush said leave. Some people say, "Oh, Mr. President, don't leave. That we are a sovereign nation." Charles Taylor look at it for long. He said, "I will be the sacrificial lamb. I will leave." That's all. That's all. Then you can look at 12 because you and 12 are still enough. In 2 years, you get 12 get almost 6 million in stuff. Then and Liberian people don't know. That's where the stealing came from. You telling us that you paying debt from Charles Taylor time when even Ellie Johnson paid debt from Charles Taylor time. You come and pay it. So now how the scam coming on now? When Charles Taylor was here, Charles Taylor owed me $4 million. So okay, my man, don't worry. I will give you. They face the people. They say, "Oh, we paying debt." Who asked you to pay debt from Charles Taylor time? Where is the proof? Ellen Johnson pay it. Then you, Mr. Good Samaritan, will pay. Ellen Johnson was paying $1 million per mile for road. On a job, we had like 1.6 million because you want the other $600,000 in your pocket. Yeah. You see, this is how it is, but we say it, and they want us to speak on some of the good things. But I cannot be talking about Wyek fee that Jowiah pay all the time. That old story. I can't be talking about Doe Community Road that he built. That's an old story. But every day, Jowiah get a new story to give us. Every day, he get a new bad story. But I'm going to be talking about Hospital 14 when he ain't ready yet. I should talk about the people he put on payroll when they're not even getting paid. In life, your goodness is around 20 to 25%. Your approval rating is so bad. Who should worry about your goodness? Who gonna worry about it? Oh God. Let God just help us.
I just we will unite in one accord, in prayer, in serving God,
Yeah.
and beg the our Creator for Him to turn His face back to Liberia.
Yes.
Because even the so-called the men and women of God, over the most of them, they are not even serving God.
Liberia will succeed. Liberia will make it.
They are not. But until we can unite in spiritually and turn our face to God and ask for forgiveness, God will turn His face to us.
Yeah.
He will. But right now, God has given us the king that we wanted.
Yeah. But we'll get David. God will bring David.
Yeah.
God will bring David no matter what. Liberia is a blessed country. When you look at Liberia, with other countries, with the thing Liberia went through, and they quick to forget, Liberian people quick to forgive. If we can live in a country, with people with what he said, Prince Johnson, George Bulley, Alaji Kroma, we can live with them. Who are you, George? Where you cannot do the right thing to come up and can't talk? Who are you? Who are you that you will go and start insulting people, talking about your old past life? It's sad. It's sad, but people will understand it. Let me tell you, we cannot stop talking. Sometimes I sit and say, if Bako Matthew then had Facebook, it was a social media at that time, I think Liberia was coming, because you see, everything was hidden. Everything was right there. They can kill you. Nobody know this. Even right in America, today, cameras all over the place. Do you know some of the killings that were going on in America here that some people never knew about it? How cops were doing all kinds of things with people all over the place. But thank God for social media today. So, and right now, if you compare Liberia advocacy right now, before and now, Liberia, they are doing better. And people understanding it right now, to see Liberians brave to come out little by little. They were understanding who to vote for. They were to go in the community and tell our people who to vote for. Yep. Now, it's not what you're doing for me. What can you do for the community? Tell us, we want to hear from you. But Joia, to be frank, and we just giving Joia a hard time, yeah? Because we never asked Joia, never told us what you're going to do for the country. He never told us. Yeah? He never. I listened to one interview today. They asked one boy, the boys of sedition, the boy said, I'm going to protest too. Then the guy said about the president building roads. He said, no, when we're running campaign, the president never talk about road. The president said he will help us. But last year now, for me to go buy my leg, small goose over there, I got to carry $. The president never told us he was building road. That later on he started talking about road. So when I in the platform low, I say, hey, God. Yeah. Nothing. That's it. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is it. And Lrtn, where the general conversation with the general. My name is Munel Kishen, and I want to thank you again for contributing. And we can't give up on Liberia. We'll continue to speak until the president. This is not about Joshua. It's not about you and myself, but it's for the next leader. Once we continue, things will change gradually, and it's not for us anymore. It's for our children. And we can't sit back and allow them to get into the same situation our forefathers left us in. So we can't continue to do it. We know the corruption. We cannot stop it, but we can minimize it. And I will say this, Liberians, if you think you're waiting for international community to come and assist George, to tell George you have to leave your waste of time, because they themselves are corrupt. All the West African leaders are corrupt. They are corrupt so badly until you got majority of them are corrupt. So they're not going to tell George you have to leave. Why you think Joshua, the ECOWAS and other people came in to intervene? Because this gun protest, they want Joshua Ben on the 30th. Touch him, and it was serious. Joshua stepped down. That's the one he could not stand. But once it's not stepped down, Joshua will not give a damn about you. But today they planned it, that plan B, because nothing in there that if the people cook, you see it happen to all the one that were in Lebanon, the people had a shish kebab, the people had people that were eating, drinking, dancing. And they gonna be there. They will be there all over the place. But they wanted that chaos. They wanted that problem. That is why the police went and attacked. Now, if the people are going to retaliate now by this time, and I pray to God that nothing happened to nobody. Because some people trying to go home now, they get a Sabu unit that will be going after people in the night and do all kinds of things. But if anybody died, trust me, like Joshua, that blood on the hair. So, okay, guys, and oh yes, love, the road was not his project, but you see, this government worry about achievement. They worry about the achievement so much, that is why they're not doing nothing. Every little thing that Ellen put in place, government continued. The only road that Joshua put down was the whole community. And he know why he did it. And Joshua know why he building roads. So we can't talk about road again. What Joshua not do? What he doing? No law and order in the country. Sedition in the street, insulting people. They on Facebook. That's why people are cursing you, Joshua, too. Because your people are insulting people in the street. Insulting other political leaders. They read the cause coming, they cause boycott, they cause, so the other people curse you too. So it's like, you say the people, you go on pulpit to complain, the people curse me, they curse my children. Mr. President, you worry about your children? You worry about your children? With what you're doing, you know the future that they will walk and they will take on your other sons American. You worry about your children, the name we are. You worry about the name. You know what you'll be leaving behind. Corruption all over the place. You broke all the rules. Went against our constitution, the code of conduct, everything. The president broke it. But because we got a dead and waste or useless and legislators, that's the problem. Senator can't call for the impeachment of a president. Citizen can't go to the representative and say, come impeach the president when you get a speaker from CDC. Language slaughter, talking nonsense. Whole day, you're getting free money just from talking. Well, guys, I want to say thanks for watching. I will take one more break. And then when I come back, I'll be closing up. So, let me leave you with this song.
Lrtn.com.
Photographer, hey, my man, you can't take our photo. Where let me come on, friend? Colorful.
Yeah.
Taku.
Okay.
What again? Auntie, sugar. Hey, man, I want picture of her.
I pose for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. Pose. What happened to the photo? Now I can't see myself in the photo. Pose. The people that were laughing at the photo, now the people that I see shining in the photo. Pose. I pose for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, now the people that I see shining in the photo. Papi, what happened to the photo? What happened? How you ready tell you all the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. I was standing right down there in the photo, but now I can't even see my shadow in the photo. Where the blah in the photo? So Shaga demon I see in the photo. They say your camera was dog. They say your picture was not clear. In fact, your picture will be all clear. Now the reason why they went and took the picture different place. But now I see the pussy in the photo. Talking said I didn't want enjoy in the photo. Where were y'all when we were in the photo? Pussy in the ring and the sun for the photo. Photo go to did not follow in the photo. When I wear deep black shining in the photo. Shaka Dimo did not visit all the camera in no more. They blocking us in the photo. Yes. I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo. I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. Okay. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo.
Second J.
The people that were laughing at the photo. Now the people they are still shining in the photo.
But look, I can see myself because when they take the photo. Mr. Photo, tell me how you ready to take the photo. Okay. Back in the days when we were planning for the photo. LRB record CEO were in the photo. Even lost our man there in the photo. I got sick, I almost died in the photo. Look, now I see different men all in the photo. Seeing the posting, the guy drops to the posting. Some of them posting, but I posting not fun. The honor to can see what to get a nigga or down. I had a stronghold to see myself in the photo. After I posted, just say I was ghost, I'm a pro. Seeing different men in my post, and I bet. But some of them had an clear. When they see what coming, they see face, they scared.
I post for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo.
Yes, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for your time, for sharing with me your precious time. I know some people say you can't go to bed, and you yourself not going to bed. And I want to appreciate those who gave some negative comments, and I want to appreciate those who gave some good comments. The biggest thing is all about Liberia. We all want the good for Liberia. It's just that we are doing it a different way. And I don't expect you to think like me. I don't expect you to know what is in my head, and I'm not supposed to know what is in your head. But we should be smart enough as Liberian to put Liberia first. This is not about you and myself. It's not about George Weah. You cannot love your president more than your country. You cannot put party over country. The country comes first. Because every Liberian is entitled to it. Everyone got one vote. That is why our forefathers put the constitution together, that we all got one vote. So it is our right. It is the right of the people. We are not it's not a socialist country. It's a democratic country where the people elect their leaders. So my name is Munel Kishen. I'm a political commentator. And I'm not a military man, but I just love the style. I'm also a former Inspector General of Labor Ministry. So my friends call me General, and I've decided to uphold it. But I'm not looking for nothing in government. I owe no one apology. I owe no one loyalty. And I supported Cummings in his gone elections. And I don't regret doing it. I've decided that this time around, I withdraw my support. I'm not going to say anything much again until if he can come out and stand up as a real politician to stand up for the Liberian people. But if they want to think that speaking against George Weah will damage your career, then you're in the wrong era. This is not America. I'm sorry, friends. I love you guys, but I think it is time that I need from the Cummings, the Boaka, the Uri. I'm going to hold on to my whatever. I'm not looking for anything from anyone. Anybody who willing to be president needs me. I don't need them. That's the fact. I'm not saying that I'm so precious that I can call more people, but hey, that's my decision. So as of today's date, I will draw any other support that I will campaign. And if Mr. Cummings cannot change, you shouldn't overlook nobody. If Mr. Cummings cannot be cannot act like a progressive or liberal or progressive man, that they would look into George Weah's eyes and tell him that what he's doing is wrong, call on his weakness, capitalize on the weaknesses, because the people of Liberia are looking for someone to speak for them. It's not just to say what you can do. We all know what you want to do. We saw the platform. We saw it. And Boaka and Uri, we understand, but that's not how, because you guys are not talking, that's why Henry Costa and other people are advocating. Yes. And Liberians, this is not about Henry Costa. It's not about Henry Costa. Henry Costa just doing his best. He called for it, he saw the need, and he capitalized on it. And what he's saying is truth. If Henry Costa was not there, okay, let somebody take the lead. If you think Henry Costa is not doing it, that's somebody. They got all the other groups in Liberia. But the fact is that everybody forming a group just to eat money. How will you get another group and you say you're against George Weah, but at the same time you're against Henry Costa? Is this all the thing? Is all jealousy? You know what I'm saying? So you just leave the young man right now, that man whole life. I don't know. Joshua, I wish that Henry Costa could just die today. But Mr. President, if you get any plans on that, keep it to yourself and stop it. And make sure you stop it, because you might get into a serious problem if it ever happens. You might get into a serious problem if it ever happens, Mr. President, please. So let it go. And all of you security guys who love to lie, it's not helping your truth. Your stories you give about the gun, I will tell you, you blunder. That's a pure lie. Anybody listen to it, they will know that you are lying. So I'm surprised that you have to go and even and say that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't give up on Liberia. Don't give up on your people because they didn't show up. Most of them were afraid. Most of them were scared. They were home. So let us do the right thing. Let us do the right thing. You know, it's just like the man and the woman. They say no matter what your husband do, just make sure you be the best wife. So let us be the best citizen. I love the way you guys handle yourself today. And if anybody told you because that plan B, they saw the crowd. They says, damn, we can't allow the people to stay here overnight. But it will still happen. The next one, the international community can do whatsoever they want to do. If George Weah do not change, now they might call for his resignation again. I can promise you that. Thank you. Yes, you saw the photo. Looks like we made it. Look how far. Okay, this one is going to my wife now, you know. That's our wedding song. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. It might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they will never make it. But just look at us holding on. Still together, still going strong. Woo. Still the one, you're still the one I love. The only one I belong. You're still the one I want for life. Still the one, you're still the one I love. The only one I belong. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. It's nothing better. We beat the odds together. I'm glad we didn't listen. Look at what we will be missing. They said, I bet. I've been married, 15 years now? Yeah, that's a good thing. 15 years, not bad. But please, LIB, I love that country, man. Sometimes we sit and wonder if Liberians will change. Liberians are coming to themselves. They're not like before right now. Some people understanding it. The next election. Yeah, but we can. Let us do the best. Thank you very much. This is the general himself, Munil Kishen. Bye for now. I love you guys. And just tell someone I love you. Share this video. Share it as many places you want to. Although I got my 5,000 friends and more, I will share it to them too. I got 3-4 Facebook pages. So thank